Hi, everybody. Artemis is starting this game in a timeout because I'm mad at them.
I didn't do anything.
But I am DMaffy. Welcome to the Vactair. This isn't Fixius 5, obviously. This is Babies Broadswords. So we're going to go around the table real quick, have everybody introduce themselves, and yeah, just tell us a little bit about you, about what you're doing, vamp a little, you know, show a little skin, as me and Hunter are doing.
Yeah.
We got togas on. I got my D20 toga. He's got an actual toga. Sorry, what is it?
A chitin.
Chitin.
I wasn't gonna say. It this time.
No. I wasn't
gonna say anything. He's just gonna hold it silently.
But it was killing you not to say it. Yeah.
Yeah, Greek. But how do you for you in character?
I'm wearing a kimono.
Oh. Kimono.
All right.
Sorry.
Well, let's start at the top here. We got Babysitter Rick, who is our game master for the night. Babysitter Rick, tell us about you. Tell us about what we're doing tonight.
So, I am pretty frequently here lately on the Vactair.
Don't sound so disappointed.
You guys keep inviting me for some reason. I don't know. I mean, I'm not upset about it. But when I'm not here harassing them or on stream, I am the Dungeon Master for the Hammer of the Gods podcast. And then I'm going to be, like Abby said, the sitter for tonight. So.
Yeah, you are.
That's all I got for now. We'll
all
get
right.
to the rest.
And over to Jason.
Oh, me? Hi.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Hi, everyone. My name is Jason. I am the creative director for Even Footing Games, the company that made this genius game that we're playing tonight, Babies and Broadswords. I'm the head writer on the game, and it came out of my brain, and I will be judging so accordingly.
Already, Agni?
Thank you, Cedar. Wasn't Agni, surprisingly.
I am the sometimes game master on the Even Footing Games podcast, and I am a regular player on the Abstract Adventures podcast. All real plays that are all worth checking out because we're fun. Buy my book! Buy my book!
Buy the book! Do the thing!
Where can we buy it? Where can we buy it, Jason?
Oh man, you could get PDFs through DriveThruRPG. You can get physical copies through Amazon. Just search Even Footing Games, and it'll take you right there.
All right, awesome. Who do we have next? Next we have Hunter. Tell us about you, Hunter.
Hello.
Hey, you press talk.
I did. I remembered. My name is Hunter. I am over at Warlocks and Waffles on pretty much everywhere. On Twitch, we do a RPG morning show on Thursdays and Mondays, and then we have an actual play Monday nights. That's Hash Browns and Hooligans. They're an absurd group, and I love them very dearly. And then I'm just anywhere else that people ask me to go to. So, hello. I'm very excited.
Hello. We're happy you're here.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. So exciting. Emily, who are you? Where can we find you?
Hi. I'm Emily, or Corvée on the internet with Q. Let's see. Well, I'm on here usually on Friday nights for the Fixies 5, run by DM Artemis. But also sometimes I write stuff, and sometimes I paint stuff. Here's one. Here's a beholder that I painted.
Nice.
And sometimes what else do I do? I'm obsessed with Dungeons and Dragons and all sorts of games. Therefore, I do all that in my free time.
Yeah, you do. Artemis.
Yeah, I'm Artemis, and I run our Fixius 5 games here on Friday nights. I play an Effie's game on Monday nights, and then I do our social media and oh my god, what else do I do?
Everything.
I'm not awake.
Content creator, freaking awesome.
Yeah, there we go.
Lots of art. All of these adorable little dudes over here in the corner.
They're so cute.
They're so
my
cute.
God, even in
These are our
weird
characters
poses.
for the night.
These
and-
are incredible.
And Artemis made them, and they're very cute.
Oh,
They're so cute.
Yeah, we spent a Saturday making this layout, just like
That's
chilling, and I
wonderful.
drew all of them.
Yeah.
they're so cute.
So, but yeah, I'm basically always here. So if you ever need to find me, just check here.
And I'm DM Affy. I'm not DMing tonight, but that's where I am. I'm Affy the DM on pretty much everything. A bunch of underscores in there. You'll figure it out. You know who I am. If you're here, you should know who I am. If not, welcome. I'm Affy. This is my shit.
This shit is bananas.
This shit is bananas.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you for knowing the holy words.
Yes, yes, they are holy words. So the plan for tonight is we're actually going to run through character creation for Babies and Broadswords. Generally, from what I understand, Jason, is you can create your characters within like 15-20 minutes and get the game going pretty much right away. So
15, 20 is like first time. You know, once you played
Yeah.
a couple times, 10 minutes, you're good to go. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And I think we all kind of have an idea of what class we're playing, so I think we're just going to go into the nitty-gritty of actually getting down to it and creating the character. So go ahead, Babysitter, what are we doing?
So the biggest thing that is not going to take any time at all. So you've got your big three, kind of there, like top middle on your character sheet. The adventurousness, cuteness, and precociousness, which is basically the 6 main stats from D&D, simplified into 3. And you get basically a standard array. You get 5, 3, and a 2. And you can put those however you want. You just can't split them up. So I'll let you guys go ahead and do that real quick.
Did I miss a character sheet being sent?
I think I did.
I know
too.
we sent one, and I think I...
It
think
is
I-
in chat. It's just kind of buried in there.
I
I'm
think
gonna pin
earlier
it for everybody.
I will scroll.
It's also,
Dude.
I believe it's pinned.
I just pinned it. So
Nope.
When
So-
we're picking our standard array, do we have to like keep our class into consideration? Is that
Not really. No. We've designed things so you can min-max if you like, or you can try to be a jack of all trades if you like. Most of the significant challenges in the game are going to rely on teamwork one way or the other. So chances are you're not going to be good at something. You're going to be better at something else than somebody, but you're going to need to rely on your friends.
Or cookies. I mean, with cookies, you can do
Or
almost
cookies. With cookies, all things are possible.
anything.
you said 5, 3, 2?
Yep. And I mean, like Jason said, if you do want to kind of min-max, you know, you can look at the class that you're thinking about doing, and usually there's like one ability that they sort of focus on, but not really.
Just one thing that they're kind of good at.
Right.
Yeah. But as long as you don't put a 2 on that one, you should be okay. But even then, I mean...
Damn.
Hunter, did you find that okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So while you guys are doing that, the next step you're going to do is we're going to go through Ouchie's Grumps Tummy Aches. And that's basically going to be your HP, more or less. So if you, whenever you guys are ready, whenever you have your big 3 assigned, you'll roll 1d6. For Ouchies, you will roll 1d6 plus adventurousness. For Grumps, it's plus cuteness. And for Tummy Aches, it's plus precociousness.
And this is how much damage of each type you can take. So ouchies are physical damage, grumps tend to be more emotional damage, and tummy aches are more exploratory, grossed out damage. Yeah.
Can you go over how to come up with those numbers again?
It is just 1d6. Ouchies is your adventure. You add your adventurousness to that d6. And you can roll for each one. I'm not going to be that asshole and say you got to keep the same number for all three. Grumps is plus your cuteness, and tummy aches is plus your precociousness.
I gotcha.
Thankfully, I've got the book in front of me, so I don't forget all the things.
So it's
Yeah,
whatever we roll plus the score that we put in.
Yep.
I'll stop stepping on your toes there, Rick. Sorry about that.
No, I appreciate that.
Sparkly Vomit is with me tonight.
Of course, I rolled bad on the one I'm bad at.
Which one are you bad at?
Cuteness.
Darn, all these creatures are really cute.
I know, the art's awfully adorable.
You're just less adorable than other people.
I am just less adorable. It's the glass that's no. Because I have to be smart.
I mean, you don't have to. That's a choice.
Well, I do like to be smart. Not gonna lie.
Fair. All right. Are we all good on our misfortunes, or do we still need a second?
I'm good.
Shout out to Nerd Immersion for giving me this D6 that rolled me 2 6s.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
This is
Won't
my
happen ever again.
Sparkle Vomit from Old Man Rolling Dice.
Nice.
Got me 556.
Nice.
Nice.
dang! I got 525.
I got 544.
Dang! Everybody's rolling well.
This die I got from Walmart, I think.
Down at
rolled about as appropriately as the die that you bought from Walmart does. Yeah.
Still better than the Dollar Tree dice.
True.
Do not besmirch the Dollar Tree
I was
dice.
gonna say, this.
Nice, really?
Yeah,
You
they
can't
have.
get dice for less.
They sell so fast. It's crazy.
They do sell out really quick.
Yeah. Like every time they get a shipment, they're gone within hours.
Are
So,
they, like,
the next thing-
RPG dice or just sixes?
What?
No, they're.
Are they
It's a D, like a.
It's like
No,
a-
it's a, yeah, it's a
set.
70
Like a full
set.
set
Yeah.
piece set. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
The dollar store, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You guys are going to some
They're-
hip dollar
they're-
stores.
They're
Yeah.
not fancy. They're like one solid
Still.
color, but yeah, they're fun.
If
The
I
ones
can
here
get
are
a,
always orange.
if we can find the rainbow sponge package at my Dollar Tree, it's a good weekend. Yeah.
Ah,
All right. So the next thing is the skill challenges. And really, there's not a whole lot to do here. I'm just kind of going to go through if everybody wants to like make a note for what each one is. Unless, does it say? I don't think it does. It doesn't. Cool. So muscly, nimble, and beefy are all going to be rolled with your adventurousness.
It's the same number as your adventurousness. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Brainy, guile, and crafty are all with precociousness. And then adorable, cute, and nosy are all cuteness. And so they all mostly kind of explain what they are. Muscly is kind of, like your strength check almost, or athletics. Nimble would be like acrobatics. Beefy would kind of be, could be a little bit of a
Constitution, sort of? Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say like a con save. I could also see where it could substitute for muscly, but
Mhm.
it's still gonna be basically the same result. Brainy, intelligence. Guile is pretty much like your insight, knowing if you're like being tricked or to trick somebody. Crafty is kind of similar. That would probably be more like a deception or persuasion, I would say, rather than like knowing. Adorable, charm. Cool is, I like this one because it's kind of a weird mishmash in a fantastic way. So it's how you avoid trouble through stealth, chicanery, and toddler aloofness. That's straight from the book.
Toddler aloofness.
It's a great word.
And container. I mean,
I love it.
it's a rare combination right there. So really, that one that could do a lot of things. And then nosy is kind of your perception or like investigation.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I don't remember the order that we all went in. I think Jason was first from like the introductions. We'll just go that way and we'll go over kind of everybody's classes real quick.
Sure.
So we'll start with Jason, being the expert.
Okay, I hope so. I'm actually, because I'm the expert and I get to do this, I'm actually playing one of our Patreon only classes tonight. So if you sign up for the Even Footing Games Patreon, you actually get access to classes that nobody else has. Of course, now you're listening to this, so you can just write down everything that I do. But I'm going to be, I'm going to hide some stuff. I'm going to be playing a Plague Bringer tonight. Who? Where do you want to go? You want me to go over my scores, or what are we looking for? Just
Yeah, I mean, whatever you kind of want to tell, since you, I assume, already have your character pretty well.
Yeah, I was pretty much good to go.
Ready to go. Yeah.
Yep. So just what we've talked about so far. I opted to go 5 on adventurousness, 2 on cuteness, and 3 on precociousness. So he's going to be a bit of a bruiser. I figured I'm playing Deimos, who is the god of fear and dread, and one of the Aries' sons.
Yeah.
So it kind of made sense to me.
My child.
Dead. So it kind of made sense to me that he'd be a bit of a meathead, like his pops. So yeah. So that's what I'm playing. We'll talk about Plaguebringer abilities, I guess, once we get down there a little bit. But that's what I'm doing.
I do want to go through the abilities real quick, just because, especially since everybody else is new to this.
Okay, yeah, I'll just run through everything.
And me, I've done this once now.
Okay.
But a quick side note, it's really funny. Like, I don't think this was done intentionally at all. But in our first stream, we had father and son with Zeus and Hephaestus. Now we have Aries and Deimos, and it's interesting because the Greek mythology parental relationship is terrible most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Except this. I mean, Deimos and Phobos are like the charioteers.
It draws chariot, right? Yeah. Like it's a decent enough relationship. Although they were born from a cuckoldry, basically. Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aries and Aphrodite are Deimos' parents, so.
Right.
Anyway, yeah. If you want to talk about your.
Sure. So every class, aside from coming with, kind of being geared towards one specific stat or another, has 3 special abilities that they start with. And the way that we use abilities and knacks and perks, and we'll talk about these more, or Rick will talk about them as we go further, is that they're powered by both eating cookies, and taking a type of damage. So often you make one ability stronger by taking a detriment to another. So there's a little bit of resource and item management. But the Plaguebringer's abilities are say it, then spray it. I sneeze, and if as an attack, and if it's a successful attack, I can cause extra damage to an enemy. The Not As Black Death, I can get an immunity to certain types of damage, and you're going to eat that. As Plaguebringer, I can lick a cookie and make it more powerful for me, but I can't use it as currency anymore. So I kind of take a cookie off the market. And then each character class starts with 2 special items. One that does something specific to their class, and one that's just a flavor item. So the Plaguebringer starts with a velvety stuffed bunny that has seen better days, and it gives me 2 tummy ache damage on any attack, once per rest, and then just a sticky handkerchief, which I could use however I deem to use a sticky handkerchief.
I'm getting flashbacks of Kyle from Kids on Bikes.
Yeah.
Yep. That's not a bad.
Oh.
That's not a bad. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Awful.
So that's the Plaguebringer. we actually initially created the Plaguebringer as a giveaway for the first con that Babies and Broadswords was at. It was like if you buy the PDF, you get this free character as a con gift. Because conventions are breeding grounds for illness and disease, it seemed very fitting.
Poor
As
Hunter
Hunter-
has the gen cold right now, so
Hunter's got the gen crud right now.
I'm
Yeah.
dying into the con
Yep.
crud right
Yep.
now, so.
that's freaking amazing. And if you enjoy what you're hearing, go check out Even Footing Games, because I'm already psyched and we're like 5 minutes in on character creation. So
Jason, did you want to talk about your quirks, your perks, and your knacks real quick?
Sure. Quirks in the game, we created these as sort of role-playing tools. So they're not really anything that's going to help you mechanically, but they're more traits that your baby can pick to help you decide how you're going to run your character. So Deimos' quirks are grabby hands, so he wants to grab everything. And he's overly curious, so he has no sense of personal safety. He wants to figure out how everything works. So those are my quirks. Perks are sort of super-powered abilities to your skill challenge that can only be used once per break, and we'll talk about breaks. But I chose Fartful Dodger, which gives me a bump up to my crafty challenges if I choose to use it. And the knack I picked, knacks are like feats in D&D. I picked Bouncy Baby, which lets me reduce damage because I can handle the ouchies. So perks, every character only has one at a time. There is a way you can swap them out that we're working on. Knacks you can just pick up as you learn them. So they're kind of how we don't really have a leveling system, but you can get as many of the knacks and stuff as you can learn or find. So that's kind of how your baby changes their ability to do stuff.
Honestly, that's kind of one of my favorite things about Babies and Broadswords is because there's not a leveling system. I mean, you can get pretty strong if you wanted to keep playing the same characters and kind of an ongoing campaign. But at the same time, it's pretty well designed. I mean, you said it, I believe it was you, on the Potions and Potpourri and Cantrips and Coffee, their actual play, that this is kind of meant to be like a one-shot game, something that you can pick up and just play.
Yep.
And I think it's fantastic. So, Effie, who was next?
Hunter was next.
Okay.
Me?
You?
Did you decide what you want to play?
Yeah. I am playing a Barbabian. I'm playing Aries, God of War, and he's a Barbabian. Let's see. Their abilities are, I get a permanent +1 to any adventurousness skill challenge type of my choice. I start the game with a well-loved rolling pin, which will allow 1 damage reroll per combat, and a tiny helmet with tiny horns. My abilities are Pre-Nap Tantrum, which 2 cookies. I assume that means that the cost is 2 cookies.
Yep.
And Flailing Range. A cranky Barbabian flies into a rage, granting +2 to weapon damage and causing the tripped effect on a successful hit. After the rage has ended, the Barbabian gets 2 grumps. I also have No, which costs 2 tummy aches. The Barbabian works themselves into a particularly foul mood and gets 1 extra attack as a little thing at half damage. And then Grah, which is 1 ouchie. And the Barbabian can get an extra energy boost and add +2 to any muscle roll.
Excellent. Have you picked your quirks yet, or are you still kind of working on that?
I wasn't sure how many I was supposed to pick.
They are pure flavor, so as many as you want.
Excellent. Then he is a stubborn biter.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that. And then, what about your perks and your knacks. Well, perk and knack. Sorry.
Let's see here. For my perk, there is part of me that just wants to go with adorable lisp because I think it'll be very funny.
That and Fartful Dodger seem to be extremely popular from the place that
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with push pull for my perk. So any act of physical strength falls under push pull, as toddlers aren't exactly known for their brute power. Push pull grants +2 to a muscly skill challenge.
That makes a lot of sense. And what about your knack?
For my knack, big boned.
He's very thick for a baby.
Yeah.
Do you want to read what that one does?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Big boned. Some babies are just a bit sturdier than other babies. Get a +1 to any beefy skill challenge.
Love it. All right. Who was next?
That would be Emily.
All right.
Okay.
So
So
Emily, same.
I think I'm gonna be a Thortherer.
Oh,
I'm playing the goddess of memory, so seemed pretty close to fitting.
Good old
and yeah, exactly. I begin the game with a heavy whacking book that lets me add a +1 to 1 precociousness attack per break. And I also get a jar of petroleum jelly for my perpetually chapped lips, which I do actually somewhere have a jar of petroleum jelly that I use for like green stuff, if I can find it.
that's amazing.
Let's see. And then so my abilities are, and then there's this one and she does this. It costs 2 cookies? Is that right?
Yep.
Costs? And is spitting range, which I don't know what that means, but sounds
We'll go
cool.
over that in a minute. Yeah.
I start regaling an enemy about my new favorite topic, causing 1 round of board, and I get a second attack as a little thing at half damage. And then I take 2 grumps once I realize no one else is listening.
Oh, baby.
You're just a little nerd.
We all know or have been that kid.
That's true. I had the second one is wanna see my drawings? I show one friend a drawing of it costs 2 ouchies. Cost 2 ouchies? Cost 2 ouchies. Yep. So I need to have 2 ouchies? Is that right?
No, so
It gives you 2 ouchies. Yeah.
It gives me 2 ouchies.
Yeah.
I got you.
once you reach the number that you have on your sheet for ouchies, then you'll take the appropriate break.
Gotcha. Okay. So that one, I show one friend a drawing of the cool muscle guy ripping the arms off an orc, which is probably Aries. It's really neat. That friend loses 2 grumps because of the awesome drawing.
I love that so.
And then my third ability is basically the childhood equivalent of, actually, it's, that's not what my book says. And it costs 1 cookie. I gain advanced knowledge of everything ever, and I'm generous enough to share it all with you. I get a +2 bonus to any brainy skill challenge.
Excellent.
It's so good. Oh my goodness.
So Emily, do you have your quirks picked out?
No. I don't, but I shall. Let me see. Okay, so quirks. I did look at these.
There you go.
I feel okay, yes. Okay. So one of them that I thought about was because of the wonderful art that we have for our characters. Silken baby hair. Maybe they're born with it, maybe it's an hour-long health and beauty regimen. These kiddos have gorgeous curls and they know it.
Maybe they're born with it, maybe it's baby sheen.
Maybe.
And then there was another one. Probably overly curious. Yeah. Overly curious. You can tell them not to touch that, but overly curious kids won't listen. They have 2 hands, 1 mouth, and a lot of world to explore. It's pretty great. So that's what I'm going to go with.
Perfect. What about your perk?
Let's see. I did actually look at this one too. I feel like maybe the smiley kid, because even though I'm bad at cuteness, I'm a people pleaser. No.
I mean, I was thinking like Know-It-All or Little Sponge would also make sense, but it is absolutely your character. So you can be the smiley kid all you want.
You know what would make sense? Because she's the goddess of memory. The Little Sponge's one. Because if she controls memory, she probably knows everything. And remembers it all.
Goddess of memory, but I don't know if she controls it. She just kind of is it.
Yeah, that could be. There wasn't a whole lot about her. Like, there's not really a whole lot about her as far as stories.
Yeah.
But there was a temple that had, like, one pool would make you, like, forget everything so you could go into the Oracle Pure. And then when you came out, you would, like, drink from a separate pool that would help you remember your visions or something.
Yeah, and that actually ties into a little bit of mythology that there really is about her. That in Hades, there is the river Lethe, where all of the spirits go, like after you die, to forget your mortal life before you're reborn as another, reincarnated, basically. And then there was the Orphic cult, who believed that, actually on my reel, if you watch that, but basically, like, the Orphics believed if you could go, there was a separate pool that Mnemosyne guarded that would let you basically, like, remember, you wouldn't forget, and then you could break that cycle and just hang out in Hades instead of, like, going back to Earth.
That's so cool.
That first pool is just tequila, right?
Absolutely. 100%.
No
Why do you
limes
think
are self-provided.
loves being Hades? That's why Charon stays there. It's just tequila all the time.
Yeah.
Those 6 months Persephone is in Hades, best 6 months. Can't remember a thing.
It'd be very easy to convince me to stay somewhere if there was a pool of tequila.
Yep.
Right? All right. And Emily, do you have a knack in mind?
I think. Maybe. I don't remember what I was thinking for this one. So I'm just not sure.
It's as if there are so many good options.
There are a lot of
There
good
really
options.
are. I'm like already looking at like 3 different ones.
I'm in some ways glad that I haven't actually played it as a player, because I don't know that I could just pick one for each. I would just want them all.
There are a lot of really good options.
Dang, there's so many.
Thank you.
Right?
Okay.
This is just
Maybe-
like inflate Jason's ego.
Oh my gosh.
I intentionally didn't even read through all of them because I knew I would get decision paralysis. I literally read until I found one that I liked and then stuck it.
I'm playing it cool from here up, but under the camera, I'm just doing a little dance. Like, yeah.
Okay, maybe you can tell me what y'all think. There's Streetwise, where babies with these knack have their feet on the ground and know where their towel is. I don't know what that means, but it sounds funny.
You're too much of a nerd. You don't have that streetwise.
Not streetwise.
Come on, the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
That's a Hitchhiker reference there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does make sense. But,
You know what 42 means.
You know your chow is.
I
Yeah.
do know what 42 means.
You're a Hoopyford.
There's like an arts and crafts one that lets you upgrade armor.
I will
Fun.
say, I do like that one a lot. It probably won't come into play tonight.
Okay. There's also a cool one called Dragon Hide where if I can't see you, you can't see me. I kind of like that.
I love that so much. Can you flavor it so that you just hide behind your hair?
My silky baby hair.
You just hide behind your hair and then they can't see you.
That would honestly make a lot more sense for Deimos, just to like have his emo hair.
Just
be-
yeah.
Maybe I learned it from him.
I mean, the one smart cookie does make some sense.
Yeah. Here's a too smart for your own good also.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good one.
Ooh, or the Tattletale.
Here's the tattletale one.
Oh,
Being the goddess
you
of
do
memory,
seem like kind of a tattletale. for
Goody
this
two shoes
character.
tattletale.
Yeah.
yeah, to
Yeah.
be like, you remember that one time you did this?
Yeah.
I do.
I'm
And
doing
I'll
that.
never forget.
It's
Rich
tattletale
father
time.
remembers.
I can eat one cookie to deflect an attack onto another player.
Oh boy.
But I get a -1 on my next attack. Oh, that's fun. Yep.
It's a good way to
That's
make
me.
friends, really.
Right?
All right.
That's so good.
Right.
So is Artemis next?
Yep.
I think you were last, right? Yeah.
I was.
All right.
All right. So I'm having like the world's worst ADHD right now. So just bear with me a little bit here. But I went with Mommy's Little Helper. And
Who are you playing
Um,
first?
oh, I'm playing Artemis because why not?
Makes
Most
sense.
fitting.
Look, I was doing artwork. It was really fast. I had it already done. It's fine.
The rest of the world may not have known, though.
Yeah, no.
It's only right there under her name.
You're right.
But yeah, so I'm playing Mommy's Little Helper, and do you just want me to read what it says?
Yes, please.
Okay, so Mommy's Little Helper just wants to make everybody feel happy like puppies and flowers and rainbows and stuff. They're insufferably cheerful and sunny, and oh, I could just eat them up. Mommy's Little Helper gets a permanent +1 to cuteness, to any cuteness skill challenge type of their choice. And they begin the game with a hot water bottle that removes 1 grump, 1 tummy ache, 1 ouchie, or 1 ouchie per break. And a sucky snot bulb, which I'm assuming is the little thing that like sucks goobers out of babies' noses. Okay.
Oh, man.
So,
And I-
what are the abilities for Mommy's Little Helper?
So, there's you have a boo-boo, which costs 2 cookies.
Mhm.
And so Mommy's Little Helper knows a thing or two about medicine. They've seen. Why am I always playing healers? God damn.
And the group mom. Literally
Yeah.
the group mom character.
They've okay, so you know a thing or two about medicine. They've all seen or they've seen all those bottles in the nurse's cabinet. After all, they can heal 1 ouchie and 1 tummy ache from everyone in the party, but they take 2 ouchies because nobody says thank you and rudeness hurts.
Oh no.
So sad.
It feels
Like,
like we're taking
It's
advantage.
like tiny Keylight. It's tiny
Oh
Keylight
my
is
It
what
really
it
is
is.
a tiny kilo.
There's
That's
so
so
many little
funny.
things. There's so many little things like flavor-wise in this, where it's like, oh, that's adorable, or like, oh, that's kind of gross. You know, like all the poop monsters, because Jason loves poop stuff.
Well, I mean, let's. I'm not going to any websites or anything, you know. Let's slow down on that. But
But I
Um,
really love all the. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Artemis.
it's okay.
But I love all the things that's also like, wow, that's kind of a little bit dark or a little bit
oh,
sad,
it is both dark and sad, yeah.
but adorable and hilarious.
Because that makes me laugh. Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
You want me to read the other 2 on there then as well?
yes, please.
Okay, so the next one is look at me, I can help. That costs 2 grumps. Mommy's Little Helper doesn't need your permission to be helpful. They can assist another player with a skill challenge roll. Mommy's Little Helper makes the same challenge roll and adds half their score to the first player's score. And then the last one is I love you. Costs 1 cookie. The child is just too cute. Mommy's Little Helper gets a +2 adorable bonus.
Okay. So, I know we're on a struggle bus tonight with focus because we all have ADHD.
Yeah.
Basically. Did you have any quirks in mind for Artemis?
Yeah, I picked baby smell and forward roll.
And baby smell is, I mean, they're all. But
Baby smell, nothing quite like that new baby smell, unless it's that new diaper smell. And then
new diaper, at least it's clean.
that's true. And then forward roll is, wait, maybe I put that on the wrong thing. I must have put that on the wrong thing.
That's okay. Yeah, I'm looking, and
It's a perk.
yeah.
Oh, yep, that's what I did. My bad. I'm sorry.
Okay. How dare you?
I know.
How dare you mess up on
Sorry.
the character sheet of the game you've never played before?
Right?
I know, right? And the ADHD is so
Monster.
bad tonight.
I'm trying not to be personally insulted by this, but
Just professionally.
just professionally, yeah.
Yeah. But the perk that I picked was Big Eyes.
Okay.
And that one says, why are they so big? They're the better to spy your stuff so they can steal it later. Big Eyes grant +2 to a nosy skill challenge.
You know, that sounds like the mythological Artemis for sure. And
then
what about your knack?
for knack, I picked Dragonhide.
Oh, is it because Emily said it and didn't take it?
No, I had that one from before. I was like, oh no, she's gonna pick the same one.
Thankfully, I would allow that, but what does Dragonhide do? I don't remember if Emily read it.
It says everybody knows that if you can't see them, they can't see you. Cover those eyes and hide real good. Gain +1 on any cool roll.
That's right. I also have ADHD because we did just talk about that, and as soon as you started talking, I remember.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those nights.
Good luck.
It's okay.
Good luck covering your eyes, though, because you also have big eyes. I don't know if your hands are going to be able to cover all of your eyes.
Big hands.
Borrow somebody else's hair.
Yeah.
All right, Affy.
I'll have to let my ponytail down.
So I'm playing Persephone, who is a Warlock, and I've picked... oh wait, we wanted to go through the thing. So the Warlock has tapped into something outside of the nursery, and it ain't cute and cuddly. You get a permanent +1 to any precociousness skill challenge. And I begin the game with an old locket containing pictures of 2 people who are not my parents. And I can commune with those ghosts residing in the locket once a day, asking them one question. I also have a single red balloon that never pops.
Which, you know, now that you're reading that off again, and I'm reminded of all the things that the Warlock has, really is fitting for Persephone.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So my first ability is Play With Us Forever and Ever. It costs 2 cookies and I have to be within spitting range. I want to introduce you to my favorite special friend. You probably won't like them. I unleash an attack of dark magic or tentacles or whatever and immediately cause 1 point of tummy ache damage and 1 round of cranky. I also take 2 ouchies because, let's be honest, they're not my friend either. My next ability is Don't Touch That. Costs 2 tummy aches?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Basically, you 2 tummy aches. It's like taking damage.
Right. So I'm always picking things up that I shouldn't, and especially if things are already dead. Pretty fitting for Persephone. After combat, Warlocks can make 2 loot rolls and decide which item I want to keep. And the last one is my favorite one, and the reason I picked it. It costs 1 grump. A child who never blinks is an uncomfortably compelling child. Warlocks can spook any enemy into giving them 1 cookie.
Pretty fantastic.
It works out that like the two of us are like best friends.
I
Like,
know.
our characters.
So great. So great. I love this class so much already. For my quirks, I picked Stubborn, which I believe Aries took as well. If I don't want to move, I'm not going. And Silken Baby Hair, which I believe Nim Nim picked.
Namasi.
Nim Nim.
Yeah, it's
I'm
gonna be
4
Nim
years
Nim.
old. I'm not going to say Nimas.
Anemone. Yeah. Do.
Exactly.
Pretty sure I've only ever said that the way I say it in my head when I read it. And I definitely was not
No.
saying in my own
Me either. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think Artemis and I had that conversation earlier today.
Yo.
No. For my perk, if you're okay with it, I also picked Big Eyes. Because I feel like, that pomegranate looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, falling
And
for the same again and again.
yeah. And for my knack, I picked a little angel. Everybody thinks I'm the sweetest little button around. I've got them fooled. So I get a +1 to any other nosy skill challenge.
Fantastic. All right. Does anybody have any questions so far about anything on your character sheet or any of that?
Actually,
Cool.
I do. So with we had our standard array, the 5-3-2. That goes into the skill challenge, and then we offset it with whatever perk we have. So I have +3 to nosy from my perk and knack. So
Yep.
that would be a +3 on top of the 2 that I have in that category already. Okay,
But
perfect.
keep in mind your perk can only be used once
Oh,
per
okay.
break. Yeah, it's like it's a kind of an emergency thing, so it's not an all the
Gotcha.
time. Yeah.
But the knack
Yeah.
is
Knack, as long as you've got the cookies and the ability to use them, you can use your knack. Same thing with your special ability.
awesome.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll explain a little bit more about how we get to the breaks in a second.
Mhm.
But if I am interpreting correctly, the break is kind of like a short rest in 5e.
Yeah, in a sense, it's a forced short rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Gotcha.
but when you come back from a break, you get to any abilities that you've used, you get them back, and you get to actually re-roll your max. So your misfortune max. So you could have an ouch max of 4 right now, but you go on a break and come back, and that could be 7 the next time you roll. So that how often you have to go on a break changes pretty regularly as well.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, and that's actually a perfect segue to talk about breaks. So basically, if you take enough ouchies to equal what your ouchies are on your character sheet, then you are... where did I go? Sorry, I've got dogs also trying to distract me. So that's when you go to nap time, which all 3 of these are going to be where I'm going to say, other than Effie gets kind of a bit of leeway.
Oh
since
no,
you're
I'll walk away.
running.
Just
You
don't
might need...
Just don't try to go to break or like an actual break or anything, because I won't be here to
Right.
press the button.
So if you take your threshold for ouchies, then you go to nap time. And so for 5 minutes, you will take off your headset, walk away from stream, and do something else for a little bit. For grumps, if you reach your threshold, then you would think I would remember this stuff.
Also look
Oh,
it up.
That makes me feel better. If you reach your threshold for grumps, then you go to timeout. Makes sense because you're an old grumpy guy. And tummy aches, you got to take a potty break. All 3 of those again, 5 minutes, walk away. I'm probably not going to remember to set a timer, so I will put you guys on the honor system to not cheat.
4 minutes and 55 seconds. Yeah.
So
I have volatile.
I know a lot of people had questions about the spitting range and all that kind of stuff. So it's a lot less. There's not like movement speed, stuff like that for this. It's pretty much you just kind of. It is a lot more. We just had a whole conversation in Discord about this a couple days ago, and I'm drawing a blank, Jason. But kind of like Powered by the Apocalypse, where it is more narrative driven. That's the word.
Yeah.
Rather than like
Thirsty for
straight-
apple juice, not lesbians.
Yeah. So basically, go ahead.
No, good. No, it's your show.
It's your game.
Yeah, that's true too.
It's my stream.
Who do you want to talk? Who do you want to explain this? You decide.
Go for it.
All right. Okay. All good. It's all the same. There are 3 ranges in combat, basically. There is flailing range, which is your basic melee range, because you flail and you can hit them. There's spitting range, because you can spit on somebody. That's your mid-level range. And then there's flinging range, where you actually need to throw something at somebody. And in combat, you can do up to 3. You can do 3 things every move. You can do your big thing, which is make an attack or use one of your abilities. You can do a little thing, which is normally use an item or hug a friend or whatever. And then a moving thing, you can go from one range to another. So you can move from flinging to spitting, and then from spitting to flailing. And that's it. I mean, that's really, there's not a lot of room for we didn't want to put a lot of mechanics into movement and stuff for combat. It's very streamlined. It's and it leaves a lot of opening for being able to do crazy things, because things are a little bit ambiguous as to what exactly constitutes as this, that, or the other thing. So just know if it says spitting range, you have to be in spitting range to use the attack. You've got to take a step back from the bad guy, or whatever the case may be.
And I think, isn't eating a cookie always a little thing?
Eating a cookie is always a little thing. Yep.
Okay. And I think most of the abilities, if you are required to eat a cookie, I think it does say something about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really bad about remembering that. Jason will probably remind me, like he did last time.
If it's necessary, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good.
I was just saying, if we're having fun, I'm not going to be a rule stickler about it. Yeah.
So
Actually, that's
basically,
not
like
what
with
it says in my
combat,
book.
Not what's in my book.
I think that's Mnemosyne.
Yeah.
So for combat, how that's going to work is we don't need d20s. It's d6s. All you just need your Yahtzee dice.
Yahtzee dice. Yes.
Lots of d6s.
Like a D6.
So it's an opposed d6. And then whatever you attack with, or the other creature attacks with, is what is defended with. So, like, if you attack with cuteness, then the other creature defends with its cuteness. You add your score to the dice roll, and if you are the attacker, you score higher. Whatever the remainder is that you beat it by is the amount of damage you do. And I don't think for the defender, like, nothing happens, right? As long as they beat it.
Yeah, if the defender rolls higher, then that's just it. Then the attack misses. Yep.
Perfect. Did I miss anything? I think that's pretty much it, other than like status effect and stuff. But
yeah, which we can talk about if it comes up.
Exactly.
The thing to remember is that combat isn't necessarily about beating something up. You can say, I'm going to use my cuteness and try to hug this kitty and see if it calms down that way. The damage comes out of the same pool of hit dice for the enemy, but they're, not everything is about punching something in the face. There's other ways to get through combat. You just kind of have to be clever about it.
unless you're Aries.
Unless you decide to just hit it, which is fine. But just keep that in mind. There's also some enemies are weaker against certain attacks and stronger against other types of attacks. So sometimes it helps to kind of pay attention to what is causing damage and what isn't. Maybe you need to change up the stat you're using to attack with. Just things like that.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Anybody have any last minute questions? Cool. So I'm going to be totally winging this because I tried to open my notes when we started stream, and it said that the file is corrupted. So
Oh
it's a great start to
That happened to me when we did Honey Heist.
Yeah, I had all kinds of like little flavor stuff. I mean, I know like the important things, but so anyway, the setting for this is there's a festival that I don't remember the name for now because I wrote it down and that's gone into the void. Basically, that is the end of summer that the Greeks celebrate. It is a festival. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's a festival to Kronos. Was it Agni this time?
Nope, potions and potpourri.
Oh.
There you go,
That's
Kayla.
Yeah.
Oh, I like you guys.
Sus.
Chaos reigns.
So it is basically like a pre-harvest kind of festival for in honor of Kronos, because Kronos is pretty heavily related. While he's the Titan of Time, he's also pretty heavily related to like the harvest, things like that. Obviously, so is Demeter and Persephone and a whole host of other gods and goddesses. But you all got together to have a good time and celebrate that. It is kind of one of the last big celebrations before you return to the underworld. And so, I mean, I don't think you're that upset about it. Cerberus is there.
That's
all
true.
He's a good puppy.
He's such a good puppy.
He's a good puppy.
Like, only the one head rules. Others are fine.
The other
One,
just like
but the one that does is just constant.
It's
It's like
enough
a
drool for all
faucet.
3 of them. Oh.
He's drooling for 3.
amazing. So all of you gathered together. There's a whole host. Not every Olympian or anything like that. Aries rolls up on his chariot with his sons, Deimos and Phobos, as well as your daughter, Harmonia, with a few others. Aries, the goddess of discord and chaos, in your entourage. Noasini, I don't really know. I mean, who do you hang out with?
I think I just like appear out of the ether. Just like
What was the
I'm here
night?
now.
Oh, who invited the weird chick?
That was really metal.
What was the 90s show on Nickelodeon where the girl would like turn into the puddle, go under doors?
Alex Mack.
Alex Mack.
The strange
Yeah.
world, strange life from Alex Mack, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I not know that?
The
Freaking
goopy puddle
love
up.
that movie.
Like-
Or show. So good.
I love that movie.
This is a show. And books.
I didn't know there were books. The more you know.
Scholastic festivals at the elementary school, my friend. You'll find everything.
Heck yeah.
Well, I was way more into the Goosebumps. That was my jam.
Yes, that too.
Yeah. So yeah, Nemosini just kind of appears out of a puddle of probably mnemonic water. And then, go ahead. Somebody started to say something. No?
I heard
Okay,
it. I
cool.
don't know who it was though. There's a ghost.
It's pasta.
Frickin' pasta.
Adorable. Absolutely adorable. And then Artemis, I mean, I imagine you're probably hanging out with Persephone. Probably a little bit sad that you're
Yeah.
about
My
to.
bestie's going back down into the underworld. I'm so sad.
It's just for 6 months.
It was just like forever in baby time.
You guys are not babies yet. You guys are still big people
Oh,
currently.
Oh,
well, why are we talking like
okay.
this then?
I don't know.
It's
I'm
just for
confused.
6 months.
It's just regular adult baby talk.
You were making a choice, and we were yes ending.
You guys are best friends. You guys are best friends.
Yeah.
It's just
Well,
6
that
months.
sounds very glamorous and
Okay,
dramatic.
but like 6 months, you summoned the frickin' cat. Way to go.
I have that
I-
effect on felines.
You, yeah. especially Pasta because she knows your voice so well
Yeah.
now.
That makes sense. Anyway, so Artemis, who do you roll in with? Do you have any friends who you are hanging out with, or is it just kind of you and Persephone?
It's probably just me and Persephone, and like one of my stags is just chilling nearby, like
Of course.
hanging out.
Using
So
it as
you're
a
going
pillow.
stag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just chilling.
And fashionably
Shame.
late. Also, may have to take an early break because I realized it is almost time for me to feed the dogs, and they are
Sure, not a
Upset.
problem.
very upset, which
How
is
dare you.
perfect because we're now starting.
Right?
uh,
Like they
So-
know.
Yeah, right. So fashionably late, kind of rolling in after everyone has started celebrating, is the party from the dream world. Hypnos, Morpheus, and Phobator and Phantasos. The brothers of, well, Hypnos is their dad, but the others are all directly related to dreams. Hypnos is the one who rules over sleep. Morpheus is the actual god of dreams. If you've watched Sandman, should be pretty familiar with that. And then his brothers, Phantasos and Phobator. So many similar names. You know, the Phobos being Deimos' brother, and then Phobator.
Needs
Too
more
many.
oses.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they're kind of they rule over different things under Morpheus. Somehow he got that job over his brothers. And yeah, that's probably a good place for us to go ahead and take a break because they are
Sure.
freaking out on me. So
Yeah, feed the buppers. We'll be right back. And yeah. Go get drinks and change your nappies.
of the group. for
Okay.
technology.
Dude.
Now you can go. I literally just pressed the back to stream button, and he's like, "Are we back yet?" No,
I don't
there's
know
a
how it works.
process to these things.
We good? Are we live?
There's
We're
a
good now?
delay.
Are we good now? How
Yes.
about now?
We're good now.
We'll do it live.
So we're not live.
No, not right now. Feel free to
Yeah, man.
pick your balls and your nose, but not with the
Perfect.
same hand.
I mean, unless you can bend down that far, which is just impressive in and of itself. But...
Yeah.
I mean, suddenly the stream just get all these numbers.
It's like the girl in the bikini in the hot tub who apparently gets 8.5 thousand viewers right now.
There you go.
Totally fine. Totally fine.
Totally fine.
That'll just be our niche thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have this one guy who comes on our stream sometimes, and he can pick his nose and his balls at the same time with the same hand.
Man,
Yeah.
that is amazing.
It is impressive.
So it's very flexible. Anyway, that's not what we're here for.
Well, it wasn't, but it is now.
It is now.
Yeah.
Can that be a perk?
Yeah.
I was promised certain things when I came on this show.
Somehow that was not one of them, I don't think.
No, that's for after the show. You have to.
This is the After Dark version.
Absolutely. So, again, you guys are at the Festival of Kronos, celebrating the end of summer. We're not quite there in real life, but close enough. We can pretend, right?
Nah.
It does happen around this time, according to the Greek calendar. I believe it actually said like around the 12th of August. Totally didn't plan that, but it works out.
Hey.
Right? And so, again, this group, the Dreamland people, roll in fashionably late to the party. And you guys are all having a good time, schmoozing, drinking a little bit. And everything gets a little bit fuzzy from there. Until all of you wake up in this very sunny green pasture. So it is like, picture the Teletubbies, how it's like that bright green grass and just like very cheery, everything is well lit. Basically, it's like that.
Do I
Does the
see
sun-
a sun with a baby face?
Terrifying baby face.
Helios today is kind of a baby, being pulled by baby Apollo on his baby horse chariot.
Good to know.
Jason's face.
Dad, I hate this. What?
You signed up for this, sir.
What with this? What? Why do I sound like this? Why you all look like that?
What's going on?
So,
Why you sound like that?
Why do you sound like that?
My son, you are so small. You are so small, my son.
Ah.
I have not seen you this small in so long, my son.
for the viewers, we did not really talk about voices or this is all, we're doing it live. This is the first time any of us are hearing this.
Artemis and I got like a little hint of what the voices that Hunter would be doing. Did not expect that. No.
I wasn't ready.
Nope.
I rarely know what voice is gonna leave my body until it does.
That's good.
Same though.
Yep.
Just possessed by strange random voices.
The spirit of the character overtakes me.
I'm a little bit concerned, but I'm here for it tonight. We'll talk about that after stream.
I don't understand what's happening.
So Artemis, you and Persephone happen to wake up in a very large flower. I would say like a daisy. And
This is huge. What did you do?
I don't know.
Why is it so big?
I didn't invent it. Look, the last thing I did was mint. I don't know. I didn't make this. I made mint.
you hear the buzzing of bees, and flying overhead, you see what looks like a weird mixture between a bumblebee and a sheep. So it's basically like a bee, but with sheep's wool and little ram horns on its head.
That's adorable.
It's so cute.
It's a bumble sheep. Kill it.
Why is it like that?
I didn't
no,
do
that's
that
really
either. I got nothing to do with that.
It's so fluffy.
I didn't do that either.
It is an abomination.
Kill
It must
hey,
be smited.
Kill it, Dad. Kill it.
I draw my what would be my sword, but it is instead a rolling pin now for some reason.
You know, honestly, I'm okay if you want to reflavor it as like whatever the ancient Greek version of basically a wiffle ball bat sword would
Incredible.
be.
Yes.
Like a little homemade sword out of a wiffle ball bat.
I draw my sword, but it's just like a wooden stick with like a crossbar on it. Yeah. I point at it and then look back at it and just look utterly dismayed.
Oh, that's disappointing.
What'd you do to your sword?
Does it look like something I did? This is clearly not my fault.
You're the
I'm
god
losing
of
respect
war.
to my father.
So we're gonna start with Aries. Aries, what does baby Aries look like?
Baby Aries is built exactly like Tommy Pickles. He has the little like I'm sure you know what the word for it is because you knew what the Greek version of a toga was. It's the Spartan belt thing with the straps that come down. It's like a Spartan kilt is what I would call it, but that's wrong.
War
We'll go
dress.
with that.
Sure. He's got one of those. It is over a large diaper. And then he's got just like a belts crisscrossing across his chest with like pacifiers hanging off of it. And then a cloak that is clasped onto his shoulders that is clearly a baby blanket. And then for some reason his helmet did not change size with him. So he has his helmet, but it is just a full like adult human helmet that is way too large for his head. And he's just sort of like it's currently like laying on the ground next to him because it is far too large for it to sit comfortably on his head. He would have to like hold it with one hand in order to keep it so that he can actually see out.
Yeah. It is 100% from Spirit Halloween though. Like it's that cheap plastic that bends.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Nemosiny. What does baby Nemosiny look like?
She's like super pale because she's an indoor kid, and she's got like long kind of maroon hair and like really dark eyes, and she's wearing like this kind of blue dress, which is probably really just a nightgown or something, and she's got like a really big book that's like too big to carry around. It's like when a little kid tries to carry a dictionary, and it's just
Size of her, basically.
yeah. And a lamp is her symbol, so that's what's in the art. But also I couldn't find the jar of Vaseline, but she's got a jar of petroleum jelly. She's just like
Just constantly.
yeah.
Tapping those lips.
All right. And I'm just going off of the rotation that's on my screen because I just feel like it's easier for me. Jason, what does baby Deimos look like?
Baby Deimos, picture Tobey Maguire from Spider-Man 3 and shrink him down to toddler size.
But like emo.
But like, yeah, he's got the floppy emo hair.
I feel like the moment you say Tobey Maguire from Spider-Man 3, we all know which
Yeah,
version. There's no reason to specify unless it is that specific one.
He's got like pale purpley skin, and his nose is just constantly running. So every couple of seconds, he's just it gets that nice snorky sound that's driving everyone crazy whenever they hear it. And his chitin is one of his dad's old T-shirts that he's wearing almost like a nightgown. So it's this grimy, hacked up old T-shirt that probably says 20,000 BC Olympics with like a picture of his dad flexing or something like that. And yeah, he's just kind of standing and staring with a finger in his nose, just trying to see what's going on through the bangs of his hair. Yeah. From his nose, yeah.
There are worse places it could have been.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest.
We had that discussion at the top of the hour, so.
he doesn't have the butt to nose talent. Yeah, he doesn't.
All right. Affy, what does baby Persephone look like?
Baby Persephone has like this big bush of red curly hair, and she's wearing a pomegranate flower crown, and she has a rattle, but it has 3 skull heads, and she's wearing a black chitin, much like her underworld garb, but it's a little bit too big because she's small now.
Weird how that works.
And she's barefoot.
Oh.
Aren't we all?
And she has ivy like up and down her arms. It's just kind of like a little security blanket.
Excellent. And Artemis, tell us about baby Artemis.
Yeah, so baby Artemis is she's just super small, and she's got, so like for flavor, she's got, instead of a bow and arrow, she's got a bow, but her arrows have like the suction cups on the end of them.
Here for it.
And she's got like, instead of like one of her stags, she's got like a stuffed stag with her.
Okay.
Like a little stuffed animal.
I was gonna let you have the stag, but that works too. Hey, you already said it. It's canon now.
It's an animated stuffy.
There you go.
It's the singing cartoon stag.
One of those like little dogs that does the flips.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Like one of those snowmen that you see around Christmas where you like push the hand and they do a little dance.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Yeah,
definitely.
Wind it up real good, Yeah. All right. So, as the two of you, Artemis and Persephone, are laying in this enormous daisy, you see that there are a few other babies. The rest of your party who is here, and then you're not quite sure because really most of you didn't know each other as babies. Aries would definitely Aries might recognize his son as a baby.
He's a Greek god, probably not.
I mean, as we said, I think
I'm your son.
You guys do have like one of the more okay parental-child relationships. Not great.
In comparison to the other parent-child relationships in Greek mythology,
significantly less
you're
trouble.
good.
You were Uncle Aries until I was about 12, and then that's it.
Until you proved yourself in combat.
Yeah, and it was like, I got a little something to tell you. Yeah.
Maybe he's got some of the old Aries spark in him.
That's right. That's...
Spent a lot of time with your stepdad Hephaestus,
Exactly, yeah.
You brought this on yourself, Rick. Like,
oh, I know. No, that is not. That is. I'm just enjoying this too much. So, as you all look around, what are you guys doing? In no particular order. We're not like in combat or anything.
I think we should get down from this flower.
Oh, probably. It's a good idea.
That bumble sheep is weird.
But it's really cute, though.
It's so fluffy.
Right?
But what if it tries to eat us?
We eat it first.
Who said that? And I lean over the flower.
And as you lean over, you notice that this flower has a slide, like a yellow slide leading down.
I go down the slide.
Persephone, this is the bestest thing you ever made.
I
Do
made it.
again.
I made it. I definitely made this. I made all of it, and I go down on my tummy. Face first.
Of course. You know.
I'm like right behind her. I don't wait for her to get down at the bottom or anything like that. I'm like
that's
right
right.
behind her and just collide at the bottom.
As soon as she gets to the bottom, I point my like fake sword, like just sort of like hold it, and I'm like,
You did this! You made me this way! I am so small now!
I did it on purpose.
Why though?
I don't have a reason for that.
But Aries is still like this much bigger than all the
I'm
other
a little
babies.
bit bigger, yeah.
Mostly because of his head. It's not really anything else. Just the nose.
It's the plume on the top of my helmet. It's like do you ever see the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, where he's like, "You're all rather short, aren't you?" And they're like, "Yeah, you were our size once." He was like, "Nuh-uh." You know why? Because I distinctly remember putting a hat on top of my head.
Yep.
Okay, but like when you take off running, you have to like trip because that helmet is just too freaking big, man.
It's like kung kung kung. Like rings like a bell.
But
One of my
Go ahead. Sorry. No,
No,
I was gonna
go
go right back into roleplay. So if you got something to say, say it.
yeah, I was just gonna say, like, one of my other favorite things is how much as a sitter I just am dying laughing while everyone else. This is only my second time as a sitter or playing this in general, and every time it's like let adults be babies and cry and baby talk, and they just run with it. So carry on.
Especially this group.
In all honesty, I didn't actually do this, and I didn't make that, but I'm still gonna take credit for it because it's a plant, and it's kind of my
It's
thing.
pretty cool.
So
Just-
plant slides all around, and I'm gonna like try and bamf some flowers just for funsies.
And you try to, and you notice that the grass like dents a little bit, but nothing comes out.
Are your powers broken? What's wrong?
Yes.
Persephone, if you would like to give me a brainy check.
Sure. 5 plus 4, 9.
Okay, that's pretty solid. So, as you're looking, I mean, you are one of many gods related to nature. This grass isn't grass.
I like pick
Not
some up
that-
and eat it.
Stephanie,
Are
you're
you-
not supposed to do that.
Don't do that.
I had to
Not
check.
that you would know, like, as Persephone, but it is 100% astroturf.
It doesn't taste like grass.
What's
You
it
get a
taste
little
like?
crumbly stuff that's in it.
I stab the ground with my sword and yell,
Imposter ground!
I'm like Zeus the you ate grass.
What's it taste like?
It tastes like.
"Telling Zeus."
Have you ever licked like a rock?
Yeah.
Yes, all
It's
the
like-
time.
It tastes like that, but chewy.
I immediately pick up grass and put it in my mouth.
Don't swallow it though. You might choke.
No.
It's already
tell
swallowed.
me, tell me.
Yeah, Aries,
Oh my
you 100%. Like, it's just the black crumbly stuff that's usually in the astro. I guess it's like rubber. I don't know.
it's rubber.
Some
I mean,
material.
you have some chewing. You have some. You really gotta chew it.
Spit it out.
Yeah.
Whack him in the back of the head.
Oh,
Yeah.
Deimos, I feel like
It lost its flavor.
because of your plague bringer, I feel like you probably kind of melt the rubber a little bit,
Nice.
whereas the other babies don't. You just kind of like chew on it, and it starts to just turn into really gross bubble gum.
Which
Swallow it.
I'm alright with.
Yeah, and now your mouth is just black.
More
That's
sports.
gross, Deimos.
Can I voluntarily take 1 point
I
of
just-
tummy ache?
I just spit out a walk of it.
Absolutely.
It's a good thing I don't brush my teeth because I would never get that off.
Brush your teeth, kids.
Yeah.
This is a public service announcement.
Always
The real
go
point
I'll
of
listen to Twitch streams at 10 o'clock at night, kids. Go to bed.
That too.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Nem Nem? Nem
You
Nem 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 Nem
I'm an
Nem
anemone.
It's
Anemone.
pronounced, it's pronounced Noom Noom.
Noom Noom.
I'm insulted on her behalf.
Do you always go outside and eat whatever you find on the ground?
Yes, because we are men.
Hunt.
I made
We
it.
are men.
I made it, so I kind of gotta make sure it's still good.
I thought you
It's-
said you didn't make this.
I didn't, but I had to check.
It is not
Can I-
good. That's for
Can I
sure.
look in my book and see if I know anything about this?
Aries just visibly confused, is not able to follow the train of thought that is required to arrive at what is going on.
I'm trying to encyclopedia if grass is edible.
Also,
Absolutely.
have you seen the Bumble Sheep?
Is it still flying around?
Yeah, what is that?
I didn't make that either.
I think it's
It's
called
really
a.
cute and fluffy.
I think it's called a babas.
A Babas?
A babas.
I like
I'll
that.
allow it.
Yes, it's a
What?
Babas.
Why don't you stick the swinging around your sword, Dad?
I immediately start swinging my sword.
Hey!
Hey, look at him! Look him go! That's my dad!
And the bumble sheep is like wildly out of even spitting range. I mean, it is so far away that you
It's
are
just-
not even.
I'm just taking my sword and sort of throwing it generally in that direction. It's just like,
Yeah.
boom, 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 and then it lands on the grass, and I run over and pick it up.
But it happens to be going away from you anyway, so it feels like you definitely.
I just shake my sword at it, and I go,
Yeah, fly away, you coward!
So, Mimosity, are you using your Thorthur ability, or are you just wanting to make a
I'm
general?
just seeing if there's anything in the book.
Okay. I would say probably another brainy.
Okay. Oh gosh, it went flying. Okay. That is a 6 plus 7.
Wow.
13.
Holy crap. So that is an incredibly good roll for any kind of skill challenge. In the book, you know, you can get on evenfootinggames.com.
Go check it out.
Yeah. So it says that 13 plus rolls are tasks that are extremely challenging for a single baby, and most likely would require abilities, cookies, and help from other friends. So, like, it's kind of the equivalent almost of rolling a nat 20.
Hey,
Yeah. So you're just
I'm smart.
searching through your book, and realistically, the words you might recognize some here and there, but you know you're a baby. But the pictures, though, something is not right here. Grass is not edible. There's a big red circle with a line through it on grass. That's like page.
You,
Yeah.
grass
you should
in
not
real
eat that. See,
grass in real life is not edible, or this grass isn't edible.
Hank Green told us that grass is bad. Don't eat it.
I don't trust anything Hank Green says.
Sus.
I'm just holding
Jeez.
up my book, going.
I firmly believe that Hank Green is a trickster god.
This book says no eating grass, and if you do it again, I'm going to tell Zeus.
But
Nice.
wheat is
Wait,
a
let me
kind of
try-
grass.
Where does it say in the book that if we do it again, you're telling Zeus?
It just says it's not allowed.
Definitely page 11, D.
Because your book
on
said
page
candy
11.
grass?
This
Books
is
are for
no book.
nerds, right, Dad?
I have never read a book once. and it's
Yeah.
fine.
And we're not gonna start.
I'd love to see your silly
Ugh.
little stick stand up to my dictionary. Huh.
So
You said a bad word.
Please tell Zeus.
That took me a second.
I'm going to tell Zeus.
So, Amasani, as you shut this book and you're giving this lecture on what the pictures told you, you kind of scan the area, and you notice that the bumble sheep are kind of just circling in one area, and you see that there is a large tree, and you notice something strange about it. It is not three-dimensional, like, a tree would be. You're pretty sure that you're in a room, and the tree is, like, in the corner of it.
Oh, look, a tree. I'm going to go eat it.
It's
I
not
go over to
real.
it and, like, try to pull some bark off to chew on.
I mean, the book didn't say you couldn't eat trees. Might as well.
And you're just getting paint chips.
It's not.
Do
a
they have
real
lead in them? Because I
I
think...
was gonna say.
Is it lead paint? Because that's going to change things into an entirely different...
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna, for the sake of argument, we're gonna say no.
No. Okay. So we don't want to bring on lead-based psychosis. That. Okay. All right. That's fair.
Shucks.
There's enough potential psychosis going on now.
Okay, fine. Don't feed the babies lead paint, coward.
Clip it.
Turns the frogs gay.
So, Noom, are you mentioning this to?
Yeah,
Your-
I'm like, it's a fake tree.
It
It's
really
not
is.
real.
That's
It's just
fake.
fake.
What?
Tree.
What do you mean a fake tweet? It's got a brown part and a green part. It looks like a real tweet to me.
It's just flat.
I think it's paint.
You're just flat.
I think
It's
we're
a
in a
tweet.
room. I think we're in like a room and it's fake.
If I was in a room, could I do this? And I'm just gonna run towards the wall. I'm free!
You run face first into it and just flat on your ass. Yeah.
The moment he took off running, I also started running in the same direction to prove that I'm faster.
Drink.
So we will both hit that wall so hard. Just simultaneous thuds.
And there's just a smear of snot all over the wall where I hit.
It makes that, like,
Dripping them down, yeah.
as you, like, slide down.
Yeah, exactly. Like slowly slide down.
And
Just
a little
from
bit of
the
a
snot.
dent where Aries did it.
Sort of like upside down now in my helmet, just sort of legs sort of kicking in the air, trying to rock myself back and forth to get back to my feet.
Like a turtle.
Aries is just a little baby bird.
Should we help
Amazing.
them?
No,
Yeah,
that's their own fault.
I think they have food.
I'm yelling as I'm rocking back and forth.
Nobody help me! I have this under control!
See, he says he's got it. It's okay, Bessie.
Okay.
So, as Aries is trying to right himself and failing miserably, I've already forgotten what I said would be the perception. Artemis, go ahead and roll your d6, and I'll tell you in a second what skill it'll be.
We're in a room.
Okay. So I got 4 so far.
I would say probably not Guile,
Brainy?
maybe Crafty. I mean, no.
Guile is your ability to kind of sniff out subterfuge or to be sneaky yourself.
Right.
And crafty is sort of your streetwise. It's your awareness of the
Yeah,
area
okay.
around you. Yeah.
Okay, fine, Brainy. Yeah.
I definitely thought crafty was your ability to do like paper mache and stuff like that.
That too.
You would need the arts and crafts knack to do that. Yeah.
How about booger art on the wall? I feel like that
Could
would
do
use
that.
the crafty.
I already made some of that.
Exactly.
Like a Rorschach painting.
Yeah. Well, now we know where the room ends now. Right?
Why
right
does
here.
this booger smear look like my parents fighting?
It also looks like
Hey,
my
it looks
parents
like my
fighting.
parents fighting too.
Oh
So
man.
I think I got a 6.
Okay. Well. Give me a minute. I'm taking some emotional damage here.
Emotional damage.
Why is it always on Friday nights that the emotional damage happens? Because my
But this is
campaign's on Friday night.
Not the sad.
Yeah, this isn't the depressing emotional damage that mine is.
I am the opposite end of the spectrum.
We gotta balance it out a little bit.
Yeah. So with a 6, you kind of look around. You do notice that there's a few other things in this room that you hadn't really been paying too much attention to.
That tracks.
Yeah, I mean a 6 is not
Us?
like a roll. Yeah, but it's just one of those things that's like, oh, huh. I wonder how long that kiddie pool has been there.
Persephone, look, there's a kiddie pool.
And then there's a sandbox.
I don't either, but look.
What's this weird material it's made out of? And like wiggle it so some of the water comes out.
So as you're doing this, you see that there is some kind of like object in the middle of the kiddie pool.
Mine, and I like climb in to get it. I don't even care if I get wet or sandy or anything. I'm going to get it.
Wet or sandy in the
Be
kiddie
careful,
How-
Bessie.
How deep is the water? Yeah.
pool. Not very.
I want to
mean-
get in too, because I like pools.
Don't get your book wet.
Oh no!
Did you
I
say there's a
put it-
kiddie pool and a sandbox?
I'm going in a sandbox.
I'm holding the book on my head.
Nemi, I'll hold your book out here. It'll stay dry then.
Okay, I go back.
It's mine, and I pick it up and hold it over my head. I don't know what it is.
But are you doing like the little kid thing where even though it's super shallow and you could just walk, you're like
Paddling.
face down? Yeah, paddling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Amazing. All right.
Soaking
So-
wet. All for it.
Perfect. So, Persephone, as you reach this object, it appears to be a box, but you don't see any way to like open it. All that is on there is a button.
Be careful. I heard a story once about a lady that opened one and everything went bad.
Yeah, I think her name was was it Panasonic?
I think that's right.
That
I
sounds right.
heard a story about a
It was
box that
Dory
if you
Pants.
opened it, it gave you a music streaming service that wasn't quite as good as Spotify.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Not now.
No.
Spotify, maybe.
Well,
It's your premium? I mean, it's not really.
I'm just gonna put this out there, but
I heard the story about Napster's box.
That sounds dirty, I'm just saying.
no,
So,
I wasn't supposed to eat the pomegranate seeds, and I probably shouldn't push this button, so
I like duck under the water. Protect myself. Please.
This is why you have to spend 6 months every year in that stinky place.
it's the best place, Artemis.
No, it's not, because I miss you when you're gone.
We die yet?
so you notice that.
I think about that!
So you notice, Persephone. I'm not even going to make you roll for this. That the first time you push the button, that you see there are like little bees that were painted on. You just didn't notice initially that they weren't moving.
That
You
tracks.
just kind of assumed. Yeah,
Bees,
Big
sure,
surprise.
fine. They belong
Yeah.
there.
yeah. But you notice that like as you push the button, they start lighting up and like going in a circle around the room. And the second time you push it, they reset back to the same bee. And every time you do it, it starts back over. So right now, like every time you're pushing it, it's just like the same one keeps flashing.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
doesn't go any further.
Yeah.
But if you stop for a second, then it continues to progress.
That's really cool, Bessie.
I'm
Making me dizzy.
Demi,
Oh,
it's
me.
okay.
It's making me dizzy.
Stand up,
What
Nunu.
happened?
Just
What
come up
happened?
out of the water. Do you want to play mermaids?
Did we die? You alive?
No, it's okay. Look,
Okay.
I am furiously digging in this sandbox trying to find my own treasure.
You find
I
cat
just
poop.
don't want to go in the pool because it's too much
Yeah.
of a bath.
Oh, I'm gonna get covered in sand and then jump in the pool.
Mm.
No!
Do it. I was going.
Jerk move, classic Aries.
Aries, you find cat poop as you're digging.
Excellent.
Sounds- that tracks. That
I
tracks.
immediately pick it up and throw it at the girls.
Yeah!
I'm pretty
Go
sure the
with that,
cat
you
poop
got it.
comes with every sandbox that's ever existed.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. I'm using my helmet to dig.
We got poop near you.
Can I bat it away with the
I'm holding your book.
You're old.
So you go to swing your book at it and you're not holding a book and just it hits you.
Whack!
Oh no.
Um,
Oh man, I don't know what story you were planning on telling, but we're
But
never
cat
gonna
poop.
find it.
That's where
Aries,
it's
I would
going.
say roll essentially like an attack roll with whichever stat you would prefer. I'm
Oh,
assuming
man.
probably your best one, but that's up to you.
To throw
Yeah.
the poo.
Just throw the poo. Yeah, I mean this is definitely adventurousness, right?
Mm.
Okay. So Namasani, I will have you roll your opposed. So you add your adventurousness, both of you, and whoever gets higher.
So
I'm gonna do my look at me, I can help thing.
Okay, remind me what that does.
So I take 2 grumps, and then I can assist another player with a skill challenge roll. I make the same challenge roll, and add half my score to the first player's score.
Nice.
So I'm
Okay.
gonna help Noom Noom.
Oh, you're not helping me throw poop at them.
No, I'm gonna help Noom Noom. That's
Uh,
mean.
Well, I got an 11.
I got an 8.
Damn.
This shout out nerd version. This die keeps rolling 6s.
A little bit weighted, just barely.
I can switch to a different
What
die.
else do I add?
So
It was
I
adventure.
rolled a 10, so you get like half of that. So you get 5 to yours.
Oh
So
man.
that's 13.
Oh, no poop today.
Nice.
So, Namasa, yeah, tell me how you dodge
She
this.
goes-
Or
Oh,
There's a
Matrix.
nail on the roof.
I think Artemis says look out, and I'm like,
I so badly want to burn my perk to tie that.
I feel like,
but I'm not going to.
and if anybody sees it differently at any point, like on any of this, because this is very narrative driven, feel free to step in. Like, I'm not going to be super hardcore, like, stickler person. But I feel like because Artemis is helping you out, that she's just like grabbing the front of your diaper, and like Jason said, you're kind of doing like the Matrix Neo thing, but Artemis is just holding on to the front of your diaper so you don't fall.
because babies are super flexible, I just like bend in half.
Like it's all cartilage.
full
you
grudge.
know,
One of those,
Yeah.
like one of those wiggly guys outside a car dealership.
Wacky waving inflatable arm tube man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we all have to like.
Due to a shipping
Dear.
error, we have 10,000 units.
I apologize to the chat if I'm giving you motion sickness.
It wasn't just
so yeah.
you. 3 of us did it.
Yeah.
If we are giving you motion sickness.
We need to put that as a trigger warning next time. Motion sickness from this stream.
Sorry.
So,
Caution,
It's
Cass
from the
may
people on the stream moving.
caution,
the
cast may flail.
the cat poop does fall into the kiddie pool, though.
Oh, it's
Ew,
so
get
out of there.
gross.
I'm jumping You've desecrated my pool.
You were in poo water.
Your new put on are angry eyes.
Persephone, get out of the water.
I'm
It's gross
going.
now.
And I like slosh over, step over the poop, and out of the pool.
Poop.
On the other side, went fully through it instead of out.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're doing a poop in the water classic.
It's a really good joke.
So, is anybody looking at the bees that are lighting up?
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
No, we got distracted by the poop for a second there.
Aries
Yeah.
immediately forgot that existed.
Yeah. No, there's poop in the air.
Amazing.
I think now that I'm not in a puddle full of poo, maybe I'll finally pay attention to that.
Deimos is gonna go over to the pool and fish out the poo and put it in his satchel.
Ew.
The wet,
Harry
soggy
in the
hat.
air. Yeah.
Oh,
Never
Amazing.
know when you're gonna need a good soft cat turd.
I am the god of fear and dread.
The clips that could
And
come
stinky
from
cat
tonight's
food.
stream.
I mean, there's gonna be so many.
Oh,
My face
goodness.
already hurts.
I know, right?
My inventory.
I have so much pressure all through my sinuses, and so every time I laugh, it's just like boom, boom, boom.
Oh.
Buddy.
And I can't stop.
can't stop, won't stop.
I'm gonna say half dissolved cat poo only takes up one item slot, so we'll just
I'll
just
allow it.
for reference. All right,
Yeah.
sounds good. Yeah. If it was like the full thing, yeah, maybe two, but just
Yeah. All right.
Doggy cat
Um,
poo.
So, Namasini, you were kind of the one who has noticed the most things. So, you noticed that there are about 30 of these bees. And it's not really gotten very far. It's gotten to maybe like the 15 mark. Every time, like, about that point, the ADHD kicks in and Persephone pokes the button.
Wait, I want to try to count them. Hold on a second.
there's this many. It's this many.
No. Just ignoring. He's probably got his hand like in my face.
Yeah.
Press the
It's
button.
This.
I thought you were gonna start counting them
This-
and immediately
Oh!
fall asleep as you were counting the sheep bees.
I really did not count on this all being the same skill roll the entire time, but roll me a brainy check
Oh,
as you're counting.
Fighting the urge to press the button.
that's another. I swear it's a 6.
I want to
Can you
touch.
see it?
Want
It's
to
another
touch
6.
the button.
So that's 13 again.
Wild.
It's funny.
Yeah.
because
These dice, man, they're doing good for us tonight.
I remember pre-stream.
Why can't they do this in regular D&D?
I never rolled this well.
I remember talking about, like you can sort of min-max. Here you are, just min-max.
I didn't mean to.
Acting.
Oh, unintentional. But
I
hey.
did say before I even made a character that if precociousness was a stat, I wanted that to be with.
Okay, so you avoid taking any damage as you're counting pretty high. I mean, those are big numbers.
Brain.
We're talking double digits.
My urge to press the button has stopped because I'm just
Everyone,
like, totally enthralled
23.
by new
Hyperfixated.
news
Yeah.
counting.
she's running out of fingers and toes. What's she gonna do?
24.
She's still going.
25.
And at 25, I'm gonna say Persephone.
Resist the urge to push the button.
Yeah, I don't even know. I'm not gonna do brainy because I just don't want to do brainy again. Just roll me like a straight up 6. Yeah, you cannot resist the urge. You want to push the button.
The beautiful candy-like button.
26.
Oh, he's gonna stop me? Okay. I was waiting for somebody to stop me.
I'm too busy counting.
I pressed the button.
Secretly, we all want you to push the button.
I pressed the button.
He's going back.
No!
Now you just like constantly pushing the button. You
Just
can't.
spamming the button now.
Yeah.
Namasini just starts crying.
Oh, I can count them now. One.
Like a rave
One.
of one light.
So proud of you.
This is not hard. One.
Nuno,
One.
don't cry. It's okay. Persephone, you made Nuno cry.
So close. This is the highest I've ever counted.
I didn't do anything.
Why is your nose bleeding?
I didn't know numbers went that high.
Oh, that's amazing. All right, so yeah.
So these bees that were coming out of this thing, were these the same as the sheep bees? The bumble sheep, or is this different?
Well, so these appear to be like lights almost on the wall.
Oh, okay.
It's like a painting, like a small painting behind some kind of light fixture.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the other bumble sheep are still just kind of flitting about the room. Yeah.
You said all the bumble sheep were sort of gathering in one area?
No, so they're basically like circling the room. That was kind of the thing that I'm pretty sure it was Mnemosyne. It might have been Artemis or Persephone noticed that they were circling, whereas you kind of just noticed them.
It might have been any of the other three. I know it wasn't you two.
Yeah.
Definitely
It wasn't me.
Girls versus boys right now, okay? Just saying.
I think we're winning. All you found was some cat poo.
Only one of these bees stood in a pool of poo water. So who's the real winners?
You in the pool water!
I'm gonna let them argue and keep trying to count.
Who found the
Aries,
pretty button?
The A in ADHD stands for Aries, and he's just gonna wander off to find something else because
And the D stands for Deimos.
Yeah, this button has been pushed. Pushing a button that makes lights and stuff, very, very intriguing. Until the moment it is no longer, which has just occurred for him, and so he is going to wander off to find a new hyperfixation.
All right, where is Aries wandering off to?
Well, I've already hit a wall in that direction, so we're gonna head in that direction.
Full speed?
Okay.
Full steam, yeah. Just sword out in front of me, running across the room, just yelling, "Charge!"
He gets about 2 steps where he trips over his own feet.
That
Rolls
is
over
a
in the
good
helmet again. Yeah.
Roll nimble for me.
Nimble. Awesome.
Mhm.
Look at us doing a second.
And
Second of
my
Different roll.
just to clarify, the skills number are the exact same as the number for the stat, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yep. Unless you put the bonus in.
Yeah, if you have some kind of class feature that adds to it.
Yeah.
Which I think
that I can only add once though, right?
Well, each class will allow you to add 1 in the corresponding
Okay, cool.
stat all the time to one of your. So
I think Barbarian was muscly or beefy. One of the two.
yeah, I mean you can add it to either of the 3, but it's definitely adventurousness. Yeah.
Yeah. So 10 for nimble.
All right, you do not trip. It is
Amazing.
very, very precarious the entire time. Like you are just wobbling all over the place, and you just
like a little toddler run, just full speed.
Drunk baby.
But
With a
very
giant
late
head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Center balance is just way off.
Way off.
So we're gonna get real wild here and do a
Oh,
third.
The helmet has weighted me
Mhm.
forward, so I'm just
Yep.
sort of tilted
Yeah.
forward, running.
So you're not running.
Accidental Naruto run.
You're just falling very slowly and managing.
I'm just
to fall.
barely
Yeah.
avoiding a somersault.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
So
4 roll.
So yeah, I will let you roll a muscly roll, and I'm gonna give you +2 to it because of the weight of your helm.
Oh boy.
Okay, muscly. You said +2? That is 14.
Okay, so you run straight into this wall, but it sounds weird. I mean, you dent it, a much bigger dent than you did last time. But you see that there are splinters of wood.
Ooh.
And it has like almost a hollow sound. And you know the sound of like those really shitty doors that like don't latch well, where it kind of like wobbles back and forth.
How have you been in my house?
Creepy, Rick. Creepy.
Likes to watch us sleep.
It's called research for the game.
Yeah,
That's my trait. I'm the one that watches you sleep.
I assume you said my helmet is like that Spirit Halloween plastic too, so I assume it like crunches in and then you get that like pop sound as it pops back into place.
Amazing. Yeah, absolutely. So I will say you could go back to classics and roll me a brainy check, but I'm gonna give you a -2 after that.
You have a concussion.
The soft spot might
fair. So that's gonna be a flat roll for me.
Feel free to toss out some ouchies here, bud.
Oh yeah.
So that's a 1.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That tracks.
Yeah, I'm gonna
makes a lot of sense.
I'm gonna say that is 2 ouchies.
2 ouchies? Oh no. The wall is made of wall.
Oh, it's less the wall. It is way more the thinking.
Realization you ran into another wall. Yeah.
I mean, it may not be a wall this time.
Sounds like a door.
Oh man, we just got Truman showed. Deimos can't run. So he's actually going to put his hand on the wall and use the wall for balance and cruise around the circumference of the room to where his dad is.
Going along.
Yeah, taking along, but you know, his legs are only this long, and he already feels pretty wobbly after the concussion he probably gave himself when he ran into the first wall. So,
and you know, maybe the cat poop fumes.
Yeah, that might have something to do with it too. I'm sure that's going to come back and haunt him later on. And he does keep chewing on more grass as he goes.
Amazing. So yeah, you make your way over to Daddy Aries.
There's just a trickle black sludge leaking out of the corners of your mouth.
I mean, that's normal though. Yeah.
But darker somehow. Like
yes.
Yeah. So yeah, as you make your way over to Daddy Aries, literally in your case, what was kind of your intent here? What are you going for?
See if he's still alive. And if he's not, I'm going to claim his throne, obviously. Yeah.
Amazing.
Are you Dad? Hello?
There is no response.
Dad, are you on the ground or are you just kind of leaning up against the wall?
Just laying on the ground in front of the wall.
Hello? I'm going to go up and nudge him with my foot.
This is baby's first existential crisis, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Wall fought back.
Oh, you're still alive! Yay!
I'm more enthusiastic.
He just puts his hand up on the side of your face. And he's like,
You have not rid yourself of me yet, my son.
Please
Why
don't.
do you fly me?
Deimos,
wipes my hand in the fake
Yeah.
grass.
I'm gonna have you roll an emotional attack roll with whichever you would prefer.
Let's make this a... Am I attacking him? Yeah. Yeah, emotionally? Alright.
The real enemies here for each other.
The real enemy is emotions. I'm playing it cool, man. Let's see what we do.
And then Hunter, you roll an opposed check to see whether you defend or if you are going to take damage.
Okay.
At the loss of respect of your son. That's a 6 for me.
I also got a 6.
Ooh.
Tie in Babies and Broadswords is decided by rock, paper, scissors.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
And we go on shoot. All right?
Got it.
All right.
Wait,
Ready?
1, 2, 3, shoot, or 1, 2, 3,
1, 2,
and
3,
shoot,
shoot.
and then.
1, 2,
Jason,
3.
you might have to
Go
get your
on
hands a
shoot.
little higher, though, because you're a little low. There we go.
You got me? All right.
Yep.
Ready?
Rock,
1, 2,
2,
3,
3.
shoot! All right. Try again.
You are your father's son.
1,
Got a
2, 3,
3.
shoot! Ah, you got me.
You fool. Always throw the blade.
So it is best 2 out of 3.
Oh.
Oh, we're going 2 out of 3?
Yeah.
All right, one more. Ready?
50-50 right now. We got
Ready? 1, 2, 3, shoot! Winner takes it all. Here we go.
Oh,
1,
no. You have 2.
3, shoot!
It was a tie.
Oh,
The
no,
first one was a
that's
tie.
right.
We tied the first one. Here we go. Ready?
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, shoot! Get out of my head! 1, 2, 3, shoot!
Oh my goodness. We are too
20
evenly
minutes later, the
matched, my
boys are still
child.
going.
Father
20
versus
minutes later, the boys are still going.
This is the rest of the episode.
Happy just leaves the stream up all night. It's just them until tomorrow.
You have trained me well, father.
It's like a
But
Dragon
the-
Ball fight right
Can I
here.
can I argue that because we're so evenly matched that we both take the damage?
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I will allow that. I'm gonna take it. We take 1.
That's so funny.
What are you taking, Grumps?
one grumps.
All right.
What? Yeah.
It's amazing.
I felt
Guys,
a pang,
guys,
a familiar regret.
Guys, we haven't gotten into any sort of fight or anything. I've taken damage to all 3 of my stats.
Good. You're supposed to be.
And realistically, Aries has been fighting everything and everyone.
I am the god of war. I will fight until vanquished.
You gotta make sure you pull your helmet down though when you say that.
Yeah.
I don't like you, but gosh darn it, I respect you.
Just pat you on the side of the face.
I know.
Your hand sticks to his face a little bit.
Just wipes it onto your tunic.
That's just gonna make your hand dirtier.
Yeah. It just keeps getting worse.
Oh man.
All right. Namasni, you haven't done anything in a little bit. You've been kind of quiet over there.
I'm still trying to count the bees.
I stopped pressing the button because they were doing something stupid.
Yeah, and so while they were doing that, I'm gonna say like we're not gonna go literally on time because that's not fun. So it's about like 24 right now.
5, 6.
So I'm gonna have you roll again real quick to
Oh.
see if you're gonna take any intelligence damage here.
What is this one? Brainy? Again?
I believe that's what we said.
10.
Okay. Once again, you manage. I mean, these 20s are pretty okay for you, surprisingly.
Nerd over there.
28. 29.
And then Persephone, I'm gonna have you roll again to see if you can resist, because
I'm like trying to remember what number comes next.
Persephone get a bonus to resisting since we were smashing into a wall.
I got
That
too
would be distracting.
sure. I'm gonna say a +1 because the girls don't really seem to care as much about what the boys are doing. But yeah, I'll give you a +1 to
That's
resist.
fair. That's very fair.
I got an 8.
I'll leave that up to you. That's kind of in the middle there. Do you want to press it? Do you feel lucky?
Do you have to ask that question?
I will look at the bees that are lit up. And Nunu is at 29. How many are unlit?
30.
How many?
30. This is the last one.
Unlit. So only one unlit?
Oh, unlit. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. As soon as she counts 30, I'm pressing the button.
And they just reset again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Did it do anything different when it actually like lit up to 30 before she pushed it?
No, because literally the absolute microsecond that you said 30, she's just on it. Extremely fast reflexes for buttons.
You did it! You counted all the bees! Now count them again.
Yeah, I am going to say, I'm going to have you roll again, Namasini. This time I'm going to give you a -1 because you've been doing a lot of counting, you've been doing a lot of thinking.
That's fair.
Too many numbers.
What else is here? The
10 again.
Wow.
nice.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, your nose is bleeding. Both nostrils, just like starting to look like Deimos a little bit.
I'm gonna get to 30.
I mean, so other than that, you don't really see a whole lot without rolling. Probably, what was the other one?
Nosy would be your investigative, so.
Yeah,
Nosy.
thank you. I was almost there.
I'm pretty nosy.
I'll make a nosy check. I'm looking around for stuff.
I got
I'm not super
really
nosy.
big
but-
eyes.
Aries is
Especially after the boys.
definitely going to get at least a -1 to his nosy because he's still ears are ringing a little bit.
I'm checking out this hole in the wall that you made with your head.
I'm gonna
Okay, well-
use my perk.
Okay.
Or sorry, my knack.
Mm-hmm.
So that brings me to...
You know, you eat a cookie. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did we
I
roll
don't
for
have a
cookies?
cookie. No.
We didn't roll for cookies, did we?
Oh, I didn't even realize that you rolled for cookies.
Yeah.
No, we
Kinda
don't
gave-
have cookies. I don't
You
have
roll a d6 and add 3. That's your starting cookie amount.
Okay.
Ooh.
I clearly missed that section more than anything.
I got an 8 on nosy.
I got
Okay.
with being spending a cookie. I got
How many cookies did you get, Persephone?
7 cookies.
Nice. Yeah, so I would say Aries, like as soon as Persephone notices this, you are trying to like talk over her and pretend like you saw it first.
I just noticed it louder.
So
Like a man
When I get my magic back, I'm shoving
talking
you
over
in a
a
Venus
woman and claiming
flytrap.
the idea. Yeah.
I will say, Persephone, you're not sure that your magic doesn't work because you did make a dent in the astroturf. It just didn't like
Oh.
pop up with flowers. So
As soon as I get to a place where my magic will work, Venus flytrap.
So, Persephone, you notice that the bumble sheep seem to be going through like a doggy door near the top, like near what appears to be maybe the ceiling. And so they just kind of seem to be like recycling, and then every once in a while, one of them will go through the little bee door.
There's a little bee door up there.
Guys, there's a door up there.
Aries,
That
I
all the-
swear
that
to
all
the
the
god.
bees are
Wait,
I
going
swear,
through.
Aries.
Up there?
It's like a
I'm gonna
little
sick my
door.
husband on you.
You see all the bee doors, Dad?
I'm very good at what I do.
You're great again.
I immediately pick up my helmet, put it on, take my sword, and immediately start running in the direction of where that door is.
Aries, I've had enough of your nonsense, and I'm gonna play with him forever and ever.
Oh, that always happens.
No. What does that mean?
I introduce you to my special friend.
I don't like that.
And what does your special friend do? Because you get to kind of flavor this.
PvP.
So, because we're not like in the wilds and it's astroturf. The tentacles of Hades emerge from within the astroturf, but they're like green and like spiky. So they like lift up and then like down on Aries.
So it's like a tidal wave of astroturf, basically.
Yeah.
Like rubber spikes, yeah.
So
That's incredible.
that causes 1 point of tummy ache and 1 round of cranky. And I take 2 ouchies.
Okay. Aries, how are you looking on your misfortunes? Because you've taken quite a bit of damage.
I have. Luckily, I rolled really well on them, so I'm still fine. What is the 1 round of cranky do?
Yeah, let me get to that. Because we haven't gotten there yet. That was one of the things that we said we were going to skip unless it comes.
Cranky's one of our status effects. You got it?
Yep. So,
Go.
you will take an extra point of grump damage on the next successful attack by an enemy. And that doesn't... Yeah, there's not really a time limit on that. Like, until that status basically clears by an ability or something like that. Or if, for some reason, you, like, had to go to nap time or, go to the potty, then it would reset. But, yeah, until then, you were pretty cranky.
Excellent.
More than usual cranky.
Yeah. Yeah, if you've ever dealt with a cranky kid, the slightest thing is
Aries
magnified.
Aries will just sort of looks like he's sort of wavering between if he's going to like have a crying temper tantrum or just an angry temper tantrum.
Like one of those screaming fits that kids do at the grocery store.
It's an angry temper tantrum.
It's on that board of like the silent scream where they're screaming so intensely that nothing comes
stop
out.
breathing. Yeah.
And he just turns towards you and yells, "You're not the boss of me!" and then keeps running towards the door.
Aries is just a bumper car baby tonight. Bouncing off of every...
One of his quirks is he's stubborn.
Hey, Persephone.
What do you want, Deimos?
How did you know what my dad calls my mom? You said you were gonna put him in Venus flytrap. How do you know what my dad calls my mom? Dad, somehow getting into the bumblebee door?
Crying.
Deimos already wandered off following Aries.
Aries, you shouldn't call your wife that.
To clip that or something. How do I do that? I don't know how to do that.
Oh, I just meant us in real
I got
life.
it. I got it.
Ooh.
Wow.
Sorry, I didn't mean to break everybody.
That was great.
Oh my goodness. I couldn't resist.
It took me a
Really, and then
full...
you broke the game and the players.
I had to literally sit there for a second and be like, oh.
I'm so glad that I have push to talk on because I started laughing and then it triggered a full-on coughing fit.
Hunter.
It would have been miserable for anybody to listen to. Oh my goodness, that was so funny.
Deimos,
All right, so
Deimos,
follow
shut
that.
up. You shouldn't eavesdrop.
Why not?
How did we get to the door, guys?
The bumblebee door, the one that I saw
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, the
No.
one that you saw first, it's definitely really high, right?
I don't know. I can't fly.
Aren't they like up above?
Yeah,
We
it is
have-
definitely very high.
We have to stand on one another's shoulders and climb up there.
Not the bottom.
Okay.
Who's Who's gonna be bottom? Why you all put your fingers on your nose? What does that mean?
Deimos is the bottom.
Aries, are you like pushing Deimos towards the B door?
No, Aries is running full tilt towards the towards that
Of
wall.
course he is.
He wouldn't even hear the conversation about who's going to be on the bottom of the pyramid, because he's just fully determined to get there first. Because even though he did say it louder, he is aware he didn't say it first, and so now he needs to get there first.
That's an impressive bit of self-awareness.
He's not aware of that. This is a deeply internalized conflict, deeply within Aries' character motivations.
Gotcha. I appreciate that.
So, Aries, please roll me a nimble check to see if you can make it there without falling. Jason, I still like minutes later have like tears from the Venus flytrap.
That is an 8.
Okay, you are still pretty wobbly. It's a little bit more reckless, even though I think you rolled an 8 last time. There's just kind of that flavor of maybe some concussion going on there. So it's a lot more like zig and zag. Before you finally make it there, and you just kind of like bonk lightly this time.
He definitely trips over himself a couple of times while he's there, so he like trips, hits the ground, rolls a little bit, gets up, turns around, makes sure nobody saw it, and then keeps running.
Yeah, totally did that on purpose.
All saw it.
All saw it.
He makes sure that anytime he trips and rolls, he tries to do it into a somersault and yells, "Parkour!" and then gets up and keeps running.
Parkour!
He's so cool.
As we're making our way,
I'm gonna draw that one.
as we're making our way to the B door, have the light bees gotten to 30 and beyond yet?
They haven't gotten to 30 yet.
Okay.
They're at about 26.
Okay. I'm focused on the B door now. I just wanted to know if it had happened yet. I still have the box with the button.
So are you guys doing anything with the B door, or like trying to do anything with the B door, or are you
trying to get into it? We're gonna climb up there. Heck yeah.
Deimos, are you trying to climb on your dad's shoulders or back? Or something?
Is he up yet, or is he still rolling in a...
How high is it above us?
I mean, this is like a normal ceiling, so for babies, very high. Very, very high.
Is there anything like nearby that I could climb up?
Is it about 5 babies tall?
Is it about 5 babies tall, would you say?
Sure, I'll say.
Okay.
5 babies tall.
5 babies tall.
So, Deimos, if you're going to try and climb on top of your dad, I'll have you roll a nimble check.
Heck yeah. Hey, Dad, stand right there. I'm just gonna climb on top of you real quick.
It is Greek.
It's a 6. For a total.
Yeah,
not great. That'd be a big old 1 that I rolled there as well.
So yeah, you keep trying to climb up him.
Stand still.
He's kind of oily, and I mean, this is something that we discussed in chat like way prior to this. Because, we talked about Aries being kind of the gym bro and being super tan. It is like, either, I'll let you decide, Hunter, either like spray on tan, or it's just like the tanning oil so that he gets
It's just tanning oil, for sure. Like, absolutely. Yeah.
It's butter.
Yeah.
It's just butter.
Straight up butter, just like smeared everywhere.
No, it's baby oil.
Yeah.
Just all over. Yeah.
Olive oil. You guys are Greek?
Yeah.
Extra virgin.
The original baby oil.
You sort of slip off of him. And you're like, stand still. And Aries just goes,
If you're trying to be in the top, you gotta be better. You're the bottom now.
and I'm gonna climb on you.
Go for it.
Stop-
Roll your nimble
Stop flexing!
Nimble.
check. So I'm actually gonna give Aries you get a +1 because he is kind of sticky.
That's true.
Perfect. It
But,
counteracts.
the whole front of your body now has this sheen from
Oh
the
yeah.
oil.
Oh yeah.
That
From the
is
snot and the plastic grass I've been chewing on.
Yeah, it's not just glossy grime.
Mhm.
that is a 10.
Nice.
Yeah, so the stickiness of your son really just allows you to climb up him. Like you just boulder up this baby, even though you're a little bit bigger than him. And you are now on his shoulders.
You're so heavy. And why your feet smell like that? Are my feet gonna smell like that when I'm old like you? Cause that would be great. I'm really impressed by this thing.
Meaning like 4.5.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
when I'm this many?
Aries is just ignoring him and focused real hard on trying. Like, clearly is nowhere near the actual door yet, but is trying real hard to reach it.
Beautiful.
Okay. You gotta climb on top of him and then climb on top of me too.
So the bees are at 29. Persephone, what are you doing?
I'm climbing on top of Aries and Deimos.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
Is
isn't
anybody
bad at
doing
all.
anything with the box?
I have it still, but I'm not pressing it. I got an 11. I rolled a 6, and I have a +5.
This is the urge, yeah. Anybody gonna like try
Oh.
to do anything with the box, even though Persephone is holding on? Oh, is that to climb?
That was to climb.
Oh, okay. So I mean, is anybody gonna try to push the button?
I think we're all super distracted by the new door.
The B door.
Yep.
So as it reaches the last light, the room goes pitch black, and both Aries and Deimos need to roll another nimble check with -2 because you can't see.
You think I'm scared? I was born from this.
I was born in the darkness.
Got an
Junior,
8.
where's your light?
Well, Batman.
I didn't see the light of day until I was already a man.
What do you want us to roll? Sorry. A nimble?
You said
those-
-2?
Mm-hmm.
That would be a 9 for me then.
I got an
Okay.
8.
That,
Oh, no.
that'd be
Oh,
just those.
okay.
that'd be a 4.
Ooh. Okay, Aries, you are on top, and
It's a long way to fall, bro.
yeah, you're gonna take 2 ouchies.
Oh.
It's that big head that just really makes you fall a little bit faster.
That helmet really just turned you into a torpedo.
Yeah, having a helmet that doesn't fit kind of has the opposite effect of having a helmet. Because
Yeah,
instead of having something that protects your head, it just bashes your head more.
Pretty accurate. Your helmet has consistently hurt you tonight.
Yes, correct.
You're so
Uh,
top heavy.
Did you said 2 ouchies?
I did, yeah.
Jeez, Tommy Pickles.
So
That
Aries,
kid's head shouldn't have been that big.
how are you
Junior,
looking?
where's your light?
Hey Sam, thanks for the raid. I pressed the button.
Oh, you press the button?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the lights come back on and it resets.
Oh,
Well,
So
now we know what happens. What?
In
It's
that
like you
case,
people
I
have never
approve
been in
this.
complete darkness before. You've never been to
just
the
laying-
underworld?
Just laying on the ground.
What's
are
wrong
you
with
dead yet?
Yeah, Aries, how are you looking? Because again, you just continue to take damage from yourself and all
So
of the.
Aries has an 11 in ouchies.
Oh my god!
Question.
And is
Sitter.
currently at 4. So he's still fine.
Question, Sitter.
Yes.
However you might want to choose to do this. He is technically cranky.
Mm,
So, and this was this was damage. So,
That's very fair.
if you'd like, if you want to play it that way, he could take an extra grump.
That's
I
in the
mean,
fall as well.
that seems
Yep.
very fair.
Yeah, Thank you for playing that.
It seems only fair that if I fall off the tower and hit the ground in pitch darkness, I would be a little bit grumpier.
Mm-hmm.
And also that the one who would point that out would be your son. It would not be a Greek tragedy if family didn't screw you over.
Grumps is gonna be the one that does me in.
And I certainly didn't help him fall off of me at all. Yeah.
Not at all. It was not intentional.
The lights went off, and you tried to protect yourself by tossing me off.
Can I go over to Aries and be like, hey, do you want to see this drawing that I just drew of you doing like cool somersaults and stuff?
But does it actually look like him doing somersaults, or does it look like him doing anything else? I mean,
I think he's got like, well, I mean, it's a kid drawing, but it's like a cool, like, you know, one of those like superhero poses where they're like one leg is sticking out to the side and
the 3-point landing.
3-point landing.
Yeah.
The Black Widow pose.
Yeah.
Why do you do that? You're such a poser.
It's made with broken crayons.
Yeah. And you can take away 2 grumps, and I take 2 ouchies.
My armor is made out of macaroni.
Nice. That's nice.
all out. Yep.
So
Look, you're doing a somersault. And
Well,
she turns the page
that makes me substantially less grumpy. Thank you.
So are we going for
cool.
the
You
B
can have
door?
this drawing. You can take it.
Well, now we gotta climb all the way back up there because the lights went out.
You were on the bottom. You didn't do any climbing.
By
I
proxy.
said it.
I have no response to that.
That's what you get for eavesdropping about the Venus flytrap.
Words
I don't know
are
how you
hurtful.
do that.
I know.
So are we gonna work together and get to the B door, or are we
Yeah, let's
staying
do it.
down here?
Let's go through the B door.
So, Aries, I am gonna let you clear your cranky, because that drawing just makes you feel a little bit better. It cheers you up.
No.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay!
Friendship.
Tonight, You're the
Friendship.
normal amount of cranky.
It really
Cranky
was
that
the
Aries
friends we made along
always
the way.
is.
Exactly. So, what are you guys doing for the B door? It sounds like you guys are wanting to go for it. So, what's our order looking like? Who's gonna go first? Who's gonna be the bottom?
Deimos is the bottom.
Okay. But only so I can rise to the top.
We'll pull
All right.
you up. We'll pull you up.
Really doesn't understand the purpose of being on the bottom.
It only means I must struggle to rise.
Can I make a case for the bottom spot being muscly instead of nimble?
Makes
Oh, absolutely.
it will
Yeah, I wasn't
definitely
gonna
become
make
more
it
and more so. Yeah.
If
I wasn't gonna make
that's
it
the case,
more-
I'm
yeah.
fine being on the bottom, because that is my good skill.
That's surprisingly self-sacrificial of Aries. But
Well,
that'll-
he already-
it means that he gets to show off and lift everyone.
exactly.
Yeah.
And he's already fallen off before. He didn't want to do it again.
Yeah, I don't want to hit the ground again. Plus, if I go
But he's not-
higher,
He's
the
not
higher
gonna-
up I go, the more I have to fall down and hit my helmet.
Yeah, but you will never say that out loud. for
No,
sure.
never.
All right, so yeah, I'm not gonna make you
This
roll.
this would be pitched under the guise of I am clearly much better at being the bottom than my son here, and thus I should be down here to make sure nobody falls.
This would have an entirely different connotation if you guys weren't babies.
I read too much fan fiction. That's just what it comes down to. Just too much.
You're all sick.
So Aries, you don't have to do anything yet, but whoever is next, roll me a nimble check.
I'm like mediocre at nimbleness.
You might want to get it out of the way then.
Yeah, it's gonna be harder to climb the higher we
Yeah.
I
higher
can
we
be
go.
second.
Yeah.
I can be second, so I'll go. 5.
Ooh, yeah. You just
You are
really,
bad at that.
yeah.
Yeah.
You just really can't.
Put one foot onto my shoulder and just slip off.
Yeah. You just,
we,
you
like-
keep sliding.
Can we
What is
boost
this
boost
all
her?
over you?
I mean, you could definitely help her out.
Yeah, let's just boost her up.
Okay, so
Okay.
like me and Persephone can like hold our hands out so she kind of like gets
Yeah.
a boost.
I will give you a +2 this time because you have 2 people helping you.
Ooh. I'm doing the Emily Axford snap. So that's an 11 with the +2.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's much more like Nemosiny right there. Yeah, so this time somehow the olive oil like speeds you up instead of slow hinders you. You just like slip right up there.
It just removes the friction.
You
Yeah.
slipped the first time, but the second time that oil has rubbed into your joints a little bit. And makes it substantially easier to bend and move.
Yeah, nice and limber.
Ooh, I smell like a salad. Who's next?
You really do.
I'll go next.
Okay.
I really want some olives right now.
I rolled a 10.
Oh yeah, cool. You make it up there. I mean,
I'm like
you can.
reaching an arm back. Pull.
Yeah, you can definitely narrate. Like, if you have anything you want to describe as you climb
I
up.
definitely like. Does Aries have his helmet on?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so like I definitely stick my foot like right in where the eye slit is, and like the next foot is like on like Nemi's knee, and then like climb up from there.
Artemis has like incredible toe strength just in the big toe
Yep.
and the
Yeah. I feel like
Cobra.
Aries has also he put his sword like blade down into the ground, so there's like this T in front of him so that people can like step up onto the handle and go up.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
Nice.
yeah.
Let's-
I will give whoever goes next a +1, but first, Aries, I need you to roll a muscly check.
Also, fun fact, my fiance just got home and walked past and saw me wearing a toga.
Talking about
Which is
baby.
definitely not something that was conveyed to her before she left.
Okay, but be
Fantastic.
fair, it's probably not the weirdest thing she's caught you doing.
No, but it's always these random like one shots that I'll do, and then she comes home and I'm wearing some random costume for a stream. For Virtual Horror Con, I did a Aliens versus Predators game, and she came back and I had like bandana around my head, like tank top, like tattered stuff around, like just giant scarf draped over me. Yeah. It's
And
not
she totally
uncommon.
buys it. It's for a Twitch stream. Like she
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she just
buys
accepts
it.
it.
Yeah. Definitely not, behind the paywall.
Doesn't question anything.
No.
Yeah,
No. I mean, it's in my office. My costume closet's in here. It's all good.
Costume closet.
Right. No, he probably has one.
So,
Not
go ahead
judging.
and give,
No.
go ahead and give me a muscly
Don't kink
check.
shame here.
Did you say muscly for me?
Yep.
12.
Awesome. You are solid as a rock.
I'm doing like they're on my hands, and I'm just going like.
That
Or
seems
6.
unnecessarily grandiose.
Really,
Yeah.
just rubbing it in that like some people are really good at this.
Are you going
Yeah,
next,
you're-
Deimos?
I'm looking at it. At the it's pretty high up there now.
Are you afraid of heights?
I fear nothing. I am fear itself.
Then go.
It's actually your brother. You're Dread.
I'm dread itself.
So are you dreading the heights?
I next.
What?
Great. So, I was gonna give whoever went next a -2, but you are sticky. That's canon. So I'm only gonna give you a -1.
Okay. We're making a
May I,
number
like-
roll.
Give a hand to try and
I
like.
s- I spit in my hands a couple times. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I'm
Get a
not
nice
giving it.
Basically,
and tacky.
Spider-Man at this point. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Ooh, I am not a good climber though. That's gonna be a 5.
Ooh.
No.
Okay, so first I'm gonna say Aries, roll me a muscly check because I want to see what kind of result this is going to have?
It's a 10.
Okay. So, the rest of this tower remains pretty solid. Deimos, you just, like, slide down them.
Deimos, you have to actually, like, grip onto them. You can't just stick to them. You are not Spider-Man.
I was trying not to drop my cat poop. I was holding on.
So you're... Oh.
Priorities, come on.
Priorities. Or do I just slide down, or do I fall off? Do I just not get up there?
Nah, you just kind of slide down.
You won't go?
Okay, I'll try.
Think you could do better?
Here's a T. I got a 10. So
You
yes.
did better.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. All right. Did you have anything you want to...
Think you can do better? And then she just goes straight up.
Yeah. I just kind of like, bitch, please. And then I start climbing.
How did you do what my mom calls my dad?
It's a bad word. I'm gonna tell Zeus.
No,
Oh
no,
my
actually,
god.
you're...
Stop talking about my dad like he fucking cares.
Guys, I don't know when
Wait,
your
he's my
next
boyfriend.
round of merch is, but you need a shirt that says "I'm gonna tell Zeus."
Oh my god, I'll draw it up.
Yeah, sounds good. Just like
Beautiful.
Persephone rolling her eyes and you.
Yep.
Yeah, so I just like give him a look, be like, and then start to climb. And it's very, very nimble and quick. And I am standing on top of Artemis's shoulders and looking down at him like, well,
Okay, so Aries, roll me a muscly check -2.
Good job, Bestie.
thank you, and a pat her head.
Pet pet.
That is a 10 -2 is 8.
Okay, I mean, it's a little wobbly. Less solid than it was before.
How
But
far? Are we still one baby length away? Do I gotta get this? Is this
you
showtime?
are the last link
Alright.
in this, I believe.
Can I like reach my arms out to like give him a hand up?
Yeah.
Try to help.
So I will only make you do it with a -2. I was, because this is higher, was going to do
Sure.
my, but you know, between sticky and a little bit of help.
And because we're trying to move things along? Yeah.
No.
Oh, puppy.
That is at a
Trying
minus.
to scale this wall for like half an hour.
What is the minus at?
It's like
minus
doors in D&D.
Sure. Yeah, -2.
-2? That's gonna be 7.
Okay. So you are making it up very, very slowly, like incredibly slowly.
Oh my god, hurry up!
Aries,
Be
I need you to
careful!
roll- Aries, I need you to roll a muscly check -3.
Come on! The summer will be over by the time you get to the top.
-3. I'm
Mhm.
gonna use push pull, which gives me +2 to a muscly skill.
Okay.
So that will bring that to a 10.
But you have to eat a cookie for that, right?
I think so.
Well,
Yeah,
he was
for
just
birthday.
one hand lifting us earlier.
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of
Right. Right.
Oh.
So you said it was a how much? Sorry.
And I think he
Um,
said.
10, right?
Yeah,
That's
10.
what I was double check. Okay. So
Thank God.
Aries, you're pretty stable. Was
Look at the
Nemas?
table.
Yeah. That's
All
my
right, I'm
next.
gonna have you roll a nimble check for me, because
Push pull actually doesn't have anything like a cookie. It's my perk.
Okay, so yeah, perks are just you get one shot, one
Sure.
use. Yep. Okay.
Nimble, you said?
yeah, you only get one shot here. I am gonna say this is gonna be -2, because I mean Deimos is sticky and climbing up you guys.
4.
Ooh. All right.
-2.
So
Hold on.
So-
Okay, sorry, good.
all of you other than Aries need to roll me a nimble check with a -4.
Oh, it's gonna end badly.
Oh my goodness. I did everything I could.
7.
You did a lot. Oh. Artemis, what'd you get?
6.
Okay, well, Nemosini, you are at the bottom of this Hades. Everyone lands on top of you.
Oh no.
How much damage am I taking from all my companions crashing down on top of me?
You're fine. You have stayed pretty stable. They all kind of like lean backwards, and so you're totally like they miss you. Land on Nemosini. Like she kind of goes first, and then it just like
He falls backwards and pulls all of them with them on
exactly.
top of her.
And it's like
Okay.
a straight line down of baby collision.
Oh,
Nemosini, I'm gonna say you're gonna take 3 ouchies from that. You've got
ouchies!
babies landing on you.
Oh.
And
Sorry.
so Artemis, you got a 6. And Persephone, you got a 10? Is that right?
7.
7. Ooh. Okay, so you guys are each gonna. Ooh. So
we were so close.
so
We were one baby away.
One baby.
I'm gonna say Artemis and Persephone, you guys are gonna take 1. Deimos, you're gonna take 2 ouchies.
Ouchies! Ouchies, I did not.
Things that only make sense in the context of tabletop
Yeah.
RPGs. We were one baby away from
We were
stealing
one
the
baby away
door.
from the B door.
That needs to
Out
be
of context,
considered.
Right.
that's something.
Yep.
my
Sliding
goodness.
before. Whose stupid idea was that? You're stupid head, whoever's idea that was. Why are you all touching your fingers on your noses again?
And as you're all doing this, the lights go out, and you realize all of the bees are lit up again.
I didn't count the bees!
Press the button.
They all-
Do the bees
and the
stay?
lights back.
Do the bees stay lit up when the lights go out?
But not enough to like
Lights
light
go
up
out.
anything. It's very
Right.
Yeah.
Is there any like words on it or numbers or anything
It's
on the
soothing.
bees? Okay. It's basically a giant.
Aries, can't you just like run through the door or something?
Through the bee door?
No, the door.
Where?
The one you already hit with your head. The wood one.
I will turn towards it and
Like
do
we-
the
We've
like
never heard of this before. What?
do the like the step and then the like bowl getting ready to like charge and then full tilt run at it again.
Okay. We'll start with Nimble.
We're escaping
how that goes.
daycare by breaking down the door. I love it.
It's taken us
And-
2.5 hours to try and escape daycare. I'm just saying. We have done nothing.
The best part of any adventure is, oh yeah, this will probably be really easy, and then you watch them literally have no idea what to do with it. I saw a post the other day that was like, GMing is like when you buy a cat condo, and then your cat spends the next 3 days playing in the box trying to eat packing peanuts.
Yep, I saw that one.
Yeah,
The most accurate thing.
especially with us.
I knew what
10
I was
for nimble.
Perfect. Yeah, so you do kind of like that cartoon thing where your feet are just slipping underneath you, but then you just take off. It's like a bullet. Not that you know what that is, but you know.
Sure.
Finally get
so you-
traction.
You need a muscly roll.
I sure do. And I'm gonna
12.
give you never mind. I was gonna give you a bonus to it, but you're good enough. Yeah,
Give me the bonus anyway. I want super good.
no, you missed that opportunity. Sorry. You only get one shot.
Way to rush.
No super good for you.
I mean, that was still pretty good though. So,
I've been punished for doing what I was told.
So you run straight into this where you had left the dent before, in what seems to be a door. You're not really sure that it's a door because you really don't know what's going on.
I don't know what doors are.
Never used them in your whole life. Not
Nope.
even one.
Just runs through the walls.
In the Temple of Aries, it's all open archways.
And
Or
also
you
just like
bust through the wall like Kool-Aid Man.
Walls with
Oh,
Aries-shaped
yeah.
holes. Yep.
To be fair, in the temple of anyone, it's just open archway.
But there's more Aries-shaped holes in Aries' temple.
And the back
So-
of Aphrodite's temple.
So as you do this, you like crack it a little bit. Now there's a little bit of a crack. The whole length of the wall, or I guess the height of the wall.
Can I like stick the sword in there and try it open?
Sure. Jason, would you help me out real quick because I lost my
Sure.
page?
What are we looking at? Oh, what we would do with the door?
What kind of check would be probably appropriate here? I mean,
Probably-
I would say muscly, but this is a little bit
Beefy.
like
Beefy?
yeah, I could probably give him beefy, or he's being clever, so maybe
Yeah.
you can give him a crafty roll for being.
Don't give him a crafty roll. He's
Okay.
dumb.
I mean, this is
We
this is
need to
kind
get out of
more-
daycare at some point.
This is kind of more on the crafty side, though. So I would have to go with that. I would say it's probably
Yeah.
more.
Okay, we're gonna be in daycare for another hour. Here we go. 6.
Yeah, no. You just kind of like stick it in and you just like wiggle it around, and it just
I was trying to brute strength it, but apparently that didn't work.
it just makes like a funny noise.
Do that again. Do that again, but I'm gonna hit it with my book. I'm gonna hit your sword with my book, and it's gonna pop it open.
Okay.
Sure.
So, Nemosiny,
So
You
now,
just
Noom
hold
Noom,
it there.
Noom Noom, you make a muscly roll.
sure. No, you roll a crafty for me, and I'm gonna give you plus. I'm gonna say +2. That was pretty clever.
13 again with the +2.
Nice.
All right. So it
You
kind
guys
of
just
seems
created Warcraft. Brute strength and books. You created tactics right there.
yeah, you just kind of hit it like in
Oh,
the sweet
that's
spot,
what that means.
and there's a loud crack as you just whack it with this book, and the other side seems dark.
Did you feel it? Did you feel the power of destruction in your hands?
Is there enough space that I could crawl through it?
You could absolutely beefy your way through it.
Yeah, I want to beefy my way through it.
Pretty
Moo,
dark in
where's your
there.
lamp?
Ooh. You can
Uh,
hold out a little fake oil lamp that actually just has, like you said, like an actual electrical bulb in it. I like whacked it a couple times because it's flickering.
Of course. Damn batteries.
that is a 10.
Okay. So, it takes you a second, but you just kind of like shove your way through and it just cracks several times. And on the other side, you're back where you guys had last remembered.
Back in the party room, or
Yeah, back before you guys, blacked out and became babies.
Still babies?
Oh yeah, you're still babies.
I'll crawl through after him.
I mean, so when he does this, it like parts doors enough that it's like Moses, but with wooden doors.
but with doors, march through.
Yeah.
Fall through.
Yeah.
Deimos so much there to help out.
No, I'm happy to march though.
I don't
Guys, what
march.
if this is all a weird dream that those weird guys that showed up late are making us have?
Oh,
Oh,
you mean?
I immediately slap myself in the face.
I pinch Artemis.
Ow!
Well, let's resolve Aries first. Give me a muscly roll.
How hard do you smack yourself in the face?
How hard do you smack yourself in the face?
Well, he smacks his helmet, which then smacks himself.
Right.
So.
Well, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you now roll another muscly roll, and see if you can beat that.
Oh my goodness!
You're fighting yourself.
You're in a contested roll against yourself.
The first one was a 6 on the die. The second one was a 1 on the die.
We just hear
You
like
just
a
knocked
gong.
yourself the fuck right out. Boom.
We
Yeah,
just hear the
so
sound of a gong.
What is the total of the second one?
7.
Oh yeah, you take five ouchies there. Are you still okay?
I have 1.
Oh no!
Please tell me what severely ouchied Aries is like.
Aries just sort of like punches himself in the side of the helmet. The helmet spins around on his head. You just hear this like boom, and he just sort of falls forward with the helmet facing backwards. And just leg is just sort of like twitching a little bit.
Why? Oh, that's probably not good.
I'm gonna hit him with my rabbit.
I was gonna say, can I use my water bottle on him and fix one of his ouchies?
No, don't fix him.
I'm gonna let Deimos go first because he did. So there's not really initiative in this. He did say it first,
Yeah.
and it's more fun.
Yeah. For the first time, his dad is incapacitated.
Yeah,
and
in a weakened state.
In a weakened state. And Deimos pulls out his stuffed rabbit, which is just plague-ridden. It's basically a smallpox blanket, and just whacks him on the back with it as hard as he can.
So Aries, you roll opposed. What are you attacking with here?
We're gonna go. Oof! I want to get that ouchie damage. Yeah, we're gonna go adventurousness on this one. Yep.
Okay.
So I rolled a 9.
Just flat adventurousness.
Yep.
That is a 7.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. So, yeah, Hunter.
From inside the helmet, you just hear,
I wouldn't respect you if you didn't take this opportunity.
My father's son.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, my face hurts.
Yeah, I catch my breath here.
oh my goodness.
A rabbit-shaped welt on his back. Just.
So
A perfect imprint in the olive oil that's all over me.
So, Aries, as you get just beamed with this stuffed animal, you curl up in the fetal position to take a nap, and I need you
I
to...
pull myself fully into the helmet.
Excellent. And
like
I need you to...
like a hermit crab shell.
Fantastic. So I need 5 minutes for you to take off your headphones and step away from the stream.
I guess.
Oh no.
Rip.
That was so satisfying. So he's curled up in the helmet.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I'm just gonna start like rolling the helmet in front of me like it's a bowling ball.
Or like a top.
Just push it. Yeah, just push it in front of me like I'm Granny in a bowling ball. Yep.
He deserves that.
I'm the god of war now.
Aries really needed a nap. It's okay.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He was getting pretty cranky.
Why are we still babies?
I don't know. I put my hands down on the ground and kind of to try and like make flowers or something.
Did Persephone pinching me do anything?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yes, I forgot I did that.
We had so much else. In the,
Yeah.
No, strangely, it didn't really do anything. But none of you have any memory of what happened.
Nunya, what'd you
How do you
do?
And Namasini, roll me a brainy check. I'm gonna give you, you're the goddess of memory. I'm gonna give you a +3.
Ooh.
Brainy?
Yep.
She's always showing off.
13
Plus
again.
3? 15.
No,
Whoa.
it's
Right.
insane. Godly rolls.
So-
Yeah.
You remember that one of the things, that you're known for is memory. You forgot it until now, even though you've mentioned it, you just kind of, it didn't process. It's like whenever you say words and you don't hear what you're saying, that's kind of been you every time you talk about memory this time.
Me
Just doesn't-
95% of the day.
Same.
Same.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
And just
DMing. Yeah.
yeah.
Nobody else hears you when you do that either.
I do.
So, you remember that one of the things that you're known for is the Mnemosiny, the mnemonic water, and in your diaper, you remember you have a bottle.
You forget.
Nunya, what'd you do?
How did I forget?
Are you pooping?
Drank
I
your
pulled out the
own.
bottle.
Oh. Ah.
Love the
How
bottle.
long has that been in there, Nunu?
I don't know.
Have you pooped since you've had that in there? No?
No?
Have you taken any
Hey.
tummy aches?
No,
I don't know if
None
I
of us
believe
have.
it.
No tummy aches yet.
Well, Hunter has. He's taken it.
Oh,
I did-
Self-inflicted, though.
Well, some of it.
90% of it.
Yeah, so Hunter Aries might have pooped, but yeah, everybody else is good.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
Is this like a baby bottle or is it like
it's
a
a baby
glass
bottle.
bottle or something?
I mean, it's a glass baby bottle. This is old school. So,
Old school.
um,
Fancy.
We
But
avoided
as
the
you-
lead paint and asbestos. Glass baby bottle still.
it's the really thick. It's hard to break.
Like sanitize them in boiling water.
Not
Exactly.
impossible to break.
Does it have like that bright pink liquid from like Hercules in it?
I was just gonna make it normal water, but yes, it does. It is the bright pink Hercules. Please don't sue us, Disney. Liquid.
Hashtag not sponsored.
And
Hashtag more.
Hercules happened before Disney made it.
But it
Well,
wasn't
Disney
shiny,
owns the-
luminous pink water.
Well,
Yeah, they own the trademark on shiny pink water.
so you definitely recognize this, especially with a great role like that. That this is some of your mnemonic water that you normally just kind of keep with you in case of emergency. Normally, it's not you who kind of forgets everything.
But was it tainted by the cat pool?
Oh.
Poo. Oh.
It does
They-
smell a little cat poopy, but
No, that's just me. I still have the cat poop.
do
Oh.
I know?
That would answer
Do I
that.
know?
holding it out, Deimos.
Totally got it. I still have it.
Do I know how much of this each of us would need to
Actually,
be
I'm
able to remember?
Jason, what were you gonna do?
Oh, I'm gonna put the cat poop in the helmet.
Oh, and he's not there, so he doesn't know.
Yeah, when Hunter comes back, just remind me that he's gonna take a tummy ache.
You got it.
And I think tummy aches were his worst, so he might be out.
Send him right back out
He's
again.
right back out again.
Okay, I can fix it.
He sets down. Hey,
You
by
guys
the
are
way,
so gross.
just sets down, puts on his headphones. By the way, see ya.
Leave.
Right.
So you definitely know that it doesn't take much. Just a sip of it is enough to at least bring back some general memories.
I'm gonna take a sip. I'll just drink it in my water.
There you go.
I'm here to make us do it.
How's that diaper water tweeting you?
I think it's okay. Do I remember anything?
We'll give it just a sec. Hey, Hunter.
That's much harder than I anticipated it being.
Yeah.
How are you doing on tummy aches?
On tummy aches? I had 2 out of 8.
Okay, cool. You take another one, but
Okay.
There's cat
That's
poop.
why. Yeah, well, yeah, there's cat poop in your helmet now. Yeah.
Soggy.
We were talking about how you were going to come back and immediately have to leave again. But you're good on that. We didn't know where you were at on tummy aches.
Now at 3 out of 8.
So,
And there's cat poo on your face.
yeah.
Unfortunate.
But he's not doing anything to...
No,
Yeah.
he can't
Uh,
actually feel it through the tanning lotion. Yeah.
Oh, it would be slippery and it would just kind of like. Flop.
There is a brown smear that only you would know is there. Nobody else can see it because you are like Marvin the Martian.
That's true.
Yeah. So, Namasini, as you take a drink of your mnemonic water, you remember that not too long after the entourage, I guess, from the Land of Dreams arrived, things got weird. Things got really weird. I mean,
I mean,
guys
we are
don't-
Greek. That makes sense.
Those guys always have the best drugs.
weirder than just like the normal Greek weird. I mean, sorry, anybody who's Greek.
Greek mythology weird specifically.
Yeah.
Specific.
Thank you.
Specific.
Yeah, so like, it's weirder than the norm because you guys don't really have to sleep. You're gods, you know. So you don't really experience dreams, but it starts to very quickly become like a fever dream, almost like.
What did they do?
Almost like maybe you notice that like as these memories are coming back, it starts to get hazier and hazier as the night goes on, and you know it's just all of these like nightmare images. Just starts out kind of fun, kind of cutesy, whatever, and just like quickly gets into creepy Cthulhu, scary weirdness. But it also gets a lot fuzzier. So you know. Blurry tentacles. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was
Like
drunk.
scrambled anime. Yeah.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Happy?
I said I'm sorry. I was drunk.
And you are pretty sure that your guys' drinks might have been spiked in some way with the Lethe water. The water of forgetfulness.
Rude.
Like
Okay.
why? What was the point of that?
Okay, everybody. Everybody needs to take a sip of this.
But it
And I'll
was
just
in your
hand out the bottle.
pipey.
That's never stopped me before. I'll take a
One,
sip.
one hand extends out through the front of the helmet.
He doesn't stand up.
Yay!
How about
No.
Go away.
how about they go
Ray.
last?
Yeah.
Sure.
You're gross.
You guys are gross. I'll take a sip.
All right, so okay. So as you take a sip, Stephanie, you kind of have similar memories, but you also remember hearing Morpheus just kind of going on this like rant, kind of to himself. Like he was that weird guy at the party who was just kind of standing in the corner talking to himself, just like really pissed off. But you don't remember what he was saying. Just he was very angry.
Take another
He's
sip.
talking about how Neo was the chosen one.
You take another sip, and you don't still know what he was saying exactly.
Just that he was.
But
Sorry, go
Good.
ahead.
but what you do remember is that towards kind of the end of what you can recall, that somebody brought out another bottle. And everything started getting really big right before you blacked out.
I'll pass it to Artemis, and you know that Morpheus guy, he was like babbling in the corner to himself.
Always babbling into
I know,
himself.
but he sounded really
You're
angry.
a weird guy.
He's a weird guy, but like he was angry and yelling, like not yelling, but like mad at something, but there was nobody there, it was just him. And then they brought out another bottle. And then things started
That's
getting
weird.
big.
Hey, take a sip.
Okay. And as the group mom, your memories start to come back. I mean, you chose this character.
I'm aware.
Always.
You
Always.
chose this. It also maybe chose you, but it's fine.
It usually does.
Yeah.
It's fine. I've just sort of
So-
accepted it at this point.
Yeah. So you start to remember that you kind of heard Morpheus on this rant, but you didn't want anything to do with that. You just stayed away from him. So you don't know
Kind of
anything.
a tool.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And so, while you kind of went the other way, you do remember his brothers, who they were just kind of off by themselves as well. Phantazos and Bobator.
So
And
the guys with weird names were off by themselves again.
That's all of us.
These guys have really weird names, though. I
and
like hand the bottle to Deimos.
And you do remember overhearing, you didn't necessarily like go and talk to them, but you remember kind of catching a little bit of them being scared of Morpheus. Almost like maybe he had done something to like kind of bully them into something.
Morpheus is a bully and a tool. What the heck?
Those damn bully tools. Deimos.
Normally he just kind of stands around while other things happen, and yet he's still apparently the protagonist of the story that he's in. But I'll take a sip of the water.
Okay.
He's just saying, you guys, he's just weird and mean and a bully.
And as you take a sip of the water,
Oh, I don't sip. I take a big old swallow.
like a big gulp, but like half
Yeah.
backwash.
Backwash.
Mm-hmm,
That's why you guys went last.
Yeah, just saying.
As his dad, Aries, this is not the first time you've gotten backwash from your son. That's for sure. I mean, anytime you share a drink with your kids, you're getting that backwash.
That's true.
If you look over, Aries' helmet is sitting like on the edge of the water, and there's just a hand reaching out through it with a bendy straw that is stuck down into it, and then disappears into the darkness on the inside of the helmet.
I drink your memory water.
Somehow in this bottle, this baby bottle, made
Yep.
of bendy straw.
He's a god.
I
He can just apparate it.
Yeah.
I wasn't here when we found it. I didn't know what it was in.
No, it's fine. I'll allow it. I
It
mean,
was in Nunu's diaper.
it smells a little bit like cat poop, but you know, it's fine.
But so do
Deimos-
you.
Helmet. Yes.
Deimos,
I
as,
take it.
kind of the gross kid or gross adult, you know, whenever you were fully grown, you don't necessarily hang out with the weird kids, but you don't not hang out with them. You know, you kind of like tried to be nice and talk to them a little bit. And yeah, you definitely remember Phantasos and the other one, Phobator. Yeah, they-
16.
And you remember that they were, like, right before you walked up, talking about how they had something. There was, like, a plan that they were discussing, and then they just, like, quickly changed the subject to, how they were giving this guy nightmares the night before, and how much fun that was for them. So,
Sounds pretty cool, actually. I'd probably be in there.
all right, Aries. As you are sipping from your bendy straw, you remember none of that. Absolutely none of that. Like, you were just talking about how great you are all night. Really,
The way
Not
I remember it, everybody else was telling me how great I was.
He and Narcissus were having a narcissism off.
yeah.
Do the thing where you flex one pec and then the other again. And then you flex the first pec again.
Terry
Do that.
Crews. Do the Terry
Yeah,
Crews.
yeah.
Even in ancient Greek times, it was referred to as
Yep.
the Terry
Terry
Crews.
Crews.
Yep.
He is legendary and immortal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually, Terry Crews is actually named after that motion, not the other way around.
That's
Right.
totally it.
Right. But you do remember seeing the brothers of Morpheus with a bottle. And you just grabbed it right out of their hands and started chugging it.
That tracks.
That does track, yeah.
You remember nothing after that.
That's fair.
And as you guys are all kind of just taking turns drinking out of this now very gross bottle, you hear a familiar voice. Except it's a baby. It's Morpheus. And he says, "You all are so mean to me. None of you are ever nice. And I hate you. You guys are rude."
Oh, boo-hoo! Look at your little baby gonna cry. You gonna cry now, Mom? Oh, nobody likes me. Oh, I sleep all the time, making dreams in your head, man.
I never
Women-
see you. I'm not even here 6 months out of the year.
Women's for humans. Humans are lame.
And he does. He immediately falls down on his butt and starts bawling. Wailing.
Aries just
Almost
leans
happy.
over. Aries just leans over to Artemis and goes,
Do we know him?
I think so. I think that's Widow Morpheus, but I'm not sure.
What is Morpheus specifically the god of? Like, I know they are all kind of the sleeps and dreams crew, but
He is like the Lord of Dreams. Like, he is dreams overall. And then his two brothers are more specific aspects of dreams.
Okay.
Well, I will go within spitting distance of Morpheus and be like, "I'm sorry, Morpheus. I don't know who you are. I'm not here 6 months out of the year, so I don't know who you are. But,
So,
would you like to play with me?"
So, just a fun fact: all of the dream people actually live in Hades.
Makes
That-
it even better.
worst
Yeah.
excuse you could have possibly given.
Well, but then
Hey.
she only sees
I'm the
other
queen
6 months.
of the underworld. I don't have time for peasants.
I sat in front of you in chemistry for 2 years.
We share a condo.
You were at my wedding. What do you
You're
mean?
here together.
No, wouldn't.
No, not
No.
ringing any bells. No.
No.
My dog Abishmi is in kennel training with Cerberus.
Oh. Well,
What?
I still don't
So-
know who you are, but do you want to play with me?
So remind me what the ability does.
It doesn't do anything yet. I want his
Okay.
consent before I play with him.
He says, "No, I don't want to play with you. You've been
Why?
a jerk."
I'm the queen of the underworld. What do you expect?
be nice.
Whoa.
Queen, underworld.
The math checks out, dum-dum.
Where's my sword?
Okay, wait.
You left it in the other room. 100%.
Well, I'm
Still sticking in the
trying
door.
to be nice. Do you want to play with me?
No.
Well, now you're being the jerk.
You started it.
I didn't start anything. You're the one that like made us drink something, and now we're here. That is not nice.
Demosthenes, were you going to say something?
I was just gonna say, like, so okay, you don't want to play, but like, what do you want from us? You have us here. What do you want? Maybe we can give it to you.
I didn't want to be the stupid dweeb guy. But I got this job. He's stupid. He's lame. Nobody's scared of the dweebs guy. They like the dweebs guy, but they don't like do cool stuff. Like Zeus gets all kinds of cool stuff. They give him all of these great sacrifices. I get nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, boo-hoo.
I mean, I get it, but like,
Then don't. What's that got to do with us being babies?
I didn't want to go to the underworld at first, and then I didn't want to come back. So, like, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
And as you say that, you do notice that slowly things seem to be getting a little bit smaller. And you seem to be growing. All of you.
So, like, here, and I'm gonna try. I'm gonna put my hand down on the ground. Is it like AstroTurf here too, or is it like actually grass?
No, so I mean, you guys are in like a courtyard, so probably some kind of cobble.
Okay, I'll put my hand down, and I'm gonna try to bamf Nightshade.
Okay. Yeah, it works.
Here you go. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to make things that kill people, but I can make things that kill people if they're not careful.
That's still way cooler than the Dreams guy.
I don't know. Dreams can kill people.
That's true.
And he just seems to kind of ignore that. He's not really doesn't care.
Okay, like, so what if, hypothetically, we were to say work together, and you would give people night terrors, and then I can help them remember them for the rest of their lives and be haunted by them forever, and then you feel like super cool and scary.
And they could be triggered by things that, like, plants.
This is so messed up.
Might I suggest they have nightmares and about people like attacking them, and then you make them just keep remembering them until they're like, we should go to war.
Oh, and I've been thinking about a new thing I've been coming up with called existential dread, where you can't control anything around you, and you just have to live with the fact that in the end your life is meaningless, and we could have them dream about that constantly.
Yeah, you've been
I
testing that.
I put my hand on your shoulder. I'm just like, I'm so proud.
Aries is totally unaware that you've been doing this, but you have been like playtesting that hardcore on Aries for years.
Oh yeah.
Aries is just so wrapped up in himself though that he's completely unaware that it's
Oh,
been
I'm
happening.
almost out of beta at this point. Like I'm ready to market this thing. Yeah.
And
Beautiful.
what about Artemis? You can, like, have them be chased or hunted or something, right?
Yeah, you could make them dream that they're animals, and then I'll chase them and shoot them with my arrows.
I mean,
But
what
that's scary.
is war but just the biggest hunt?
That's true.
Or the most dangerous game.
Most dangerous game.
And
A
in the
thing we
end-
say a lot in ancient Greece.
It's time.
And in the end, the green takes them back. Every time, at the end of the day.
Here's the thing: you can't control what you dream about. So
No,
they
I
got.
can't.
Yeah, but like people can't.
So they got no choice whatever you want to put in their heads.
And he
Just stick
says-
with it.
He says, "So you guys will work for me?
No.
That doesn't
Work
make
with
what-
you.
With
You
you.
will work with.
It's a collaboration.
I'm still
Is
the
it-
queen of the underworld, and you are still beneath me. But I will work with you for this to happen.
He says, "Okay, we'll sign this." And he pulls a scroll out of his diaper.
Oh, I'm
And-
reading that.
Oh, it's blank. He just says, "Just sign this."
No, I don't sign anything that doesn't have words on it.
You can't read. You're a baby.
Yeah? And?
Sign things that do have words on it.
We're
I know you are, but
bigger.
what am I?
Yeah, we are getting bigger. So,
Very
Just
slow.
gonna- Deimos just wipes his finger on his nose and just crosses an X on the paper. Signed.
I'm not super interested in like working for you. But what if so I don't know how familiar you are with the Egyptian gods, but they've been working on this sort of multi-level god system. I
It's a
believe it's called
pyramid.
a pyramid scheme. And
Somebody
and
call Kyle.
I saw it coming.
you
I saw it coming.
you
I
would
couldn't
have some gods underneath you, and then they get gods underneath them, and then the more gods that we get under each other, and then they funnel all of that back up, keeping the power in that small collection of people at the top.
He says, "Well, that sounds exactly like what I want. So go ahead and sign this."
I'm not signing it.
I signed it. It's gonna be fine.
I am the queen
See, he's
of
signed
the
it. That's all
underworld.
you need is one.
Can I figure? Is he trying to manipulate us into
I'm
doing
not afraid
something
of
for
this
him?
guy.
Oh yeah, I'm not even gonna make you roll. He's absolutely trying to manipulate
Yeah.
you into
Yeah.
something.
Okay.
But Deimos, you do notice that you are regaining your adulthood a lot faster than everybody else. Ever since you signed it, I mean, you're almost back to your normal age.
Oh, you guys look so babyish. Oh.
You're definitely in that teenager phase for
Drink.
sure.
I'm
The hair
just,
flip.
I'm just saying.
Whatever. I don't want to hang out with a bunch of babies anymore. Oh.
He's getting bigger though, and I don't want to be a baby anymore.
Yeah, but that people could say anything, and I am the queen of the underworld. You could
can't
literally manipulate my
read.
signature. It'll be something ridiculous.
So should
What?
we attack him?
Yeah.
Okay, boomer.
You say to a bunch of babies.
I know.
I'm gonna take my book and slam it down on his scroll and say, "No, you sign this."
Okay. I'm gonna have you roll an attack, but what are you attacking with?
Precociousness.
It's a brainy
yeah.
attack.
Yeah, with the law. I'm seeing. With contracts.
Namasi.
Attack him with "I'm gonna tell Zeus on you."
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell Zeus. He's my boyfriend,
Ew.
or he was for 9 days.
I forgot about that. Yeah. That's how the muses were born. 9 days
Okay.
for 9 muses.
What am I doing? A precociousness type
Mhm.
thing. 9.
Okay. So you do hit him, or well, you hit the paper, and it kind of gives him like a paper cut, and he takes a little bit of damage, but it doesn't seem like it really does a whole lot to him.
I'm just gonna stand over him, and I know it says I can compel them to give me a cookie, but I want to compel him to give me my adulthood. So I'm just gonna stand there, unblinking, staring down at him.
So because we are changing it a little bit, I'm gonna have you roll.
Okay.
But I'm gonna give you some pluses to that.
Okay.
I would say probably maybe guile.
Okay.
I have a thing that I can give. Well, here's a question. For a perk, can you give it to somebody else? Or is it just for you?
Yeah.
Just for you? Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was gonna help you.
But it's a terrible idea.
Solid question, though.
So you said you were giving me something for it?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna give you a +2.
Okay. Well, that brings me up to an 11.
Okay. So, yeah, I haven't rolled for it. So, he says, why should I?
Queen of the underworld. Lord of nonsense.
And you're being mean to me again.
Yeah,
It never ends with you.
You started this. I'm
No,
ending it.
You started it. You were mean to me.
When?
Aries attacks.
Okay. What are you attacking with?
I don't know. Give me a second.
His head.
Yeah.
Just like bull rushes him.
Almost definitely it's gonna be a headbutt.
Oh, you babies are fighting again. Ah.
So I'm going to spend 2 cookies to do my pre-nap tantrum.
Okay.
So I fly into a rage, granting +2 to weapon damage and causing the tripped effect on a successful hit. And after the rage has ended, I get 2 grumps.
Okay.
And I just want to headbutt him.
So, I'm assuming adventurousness?
Yeah.
Cool.
Uh, 10.
Okay. So you headbutt him, and he just kind of like leans back a little bit, and it just like scratches him a little bit, and you see tears start to well up. He says, "It didn't even hurt that much." I mean, it didn't hurt.
He took a headbutt from the god of war. That kid's badass.
Look, if I give you all of my cookies, will you let me and Persephone go? We have stuff to do.
I'm
I
kind
don't
of
want
on a
cookies.
time limit.
Sign the paper. God,
She has to
I'm
go
gonna
back
be
to her
stuck here
boyfriend.
Forever.
My husband, thank you.
Whatever. Boys are gross.
I know you think boys are gross. These boys are gross. 'Cause they're like
Really gross.
I'm not a boy. I'm like 17. I'm practically a man.
right.
And he just crosses his arm.
Can I attack him with adorableness and use my I love you for that?
Okay, remind me what exactly it does.
So if I spend a cookie, it gives me a +2 to my adorable.
Sure.
It's an 11.
Okay. So what are you doing? Like, how are you being adorable here?
I'm just like making huge eyes at him and like holding out the rest of my cookies and being like, please.
He says,
I said please.
give me that stuffy. I want that.
You promise to let us go.
Fine, I guess.
Pinky promise.
Just you two, not the others.
Pinky promise.
He says, no, you just have to trust me.
I give it one really big squeeze and then give it to
No,
him.
no, don't do it. And I like shove Nunu's book out of the way. Shove my foot onto the contract even though it's covered in boogers. And like rub it into the ground.
Okay, it is like toilet paper stuck to your foot now.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna use magic. I don't know. God magic to rend the papyrus and turn it into dirt.
And he says, I'm a god too.
Yeah.
Do you think that would work? No. That's magic paper.
Well, it made me feel better. Except now it's stuck to my foot and I like try to get it off without touching it.
So Artemis, you're handing over the stag.
Yeah.
And he just takes it really quick and just like puts it behind him and says, thanks. Just waves his hand. And
Big
then
now, please.
And so the two of you start to grow a lot faster. You guys start to catch up to Deimos. Now you are, somewhere in your teens.
I don't like
Artemis
that.
is just sad.
How's it going?
Don't perceive me at all. Okay? Just don't.
That's cool. Whatever.
So, Aries, Nemosity, what are you guys doing?
I'm going to take a step back so that I'm in spitting range. And I'm going to start talking about my new favorite topic, which is dreams and how people can remember them and how you can really mess with people this way. And I'm just going to start telling him all of my, I'm doing an elevator pitch on how we can work together with Aries and attack different regions and get them to war with each other. And so that's and there's this one and she does this. And I cause 1 round of board. And then I get a second attack as a little thing at half damage.
Okay. So, he says, I told you earlier, the dreams guys are stupid. I don't know why you were talking to me about dreams.
Because they're gonna be better when we help you, obviously.
And what are you attacking with for your little thing?
I'm gonna say guile, because I'm maybe trying to trick him into letting us go. And I'm gonna use my little sponge perk to give myself an extra +2.
I think, well, because you had to
only...
use your little thing. Because you had to use your little thing. Wouldn't perks be little?
Are they? I don't know.
Your perk would be a little thing, yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah. Then never mind. I'm just gonna try to use guile to
Okay. I do my best with this not to be that's not the rules. That as cool as it is a lot of things. Kind of.
So just guile, trying to trick him with explaining how the dreams can be cool. Sure. And actually the best thing. No, that's a 6.
Yeah, you still beat him.
Did I?
Yeah. Just barely. It's really just ridiculous how even that low roll, he got a 1 and he doesn't have a whole lot. So, everybody has just barely, because this is not even where you guys have had the really good rolls. You had them on the dumb
with the nonsense.
It's usually how it goes, though.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. That's role-playing in a nutshell. So he says, I guess, or they're kind of cool sometimes.
Right? I mean, you not only get to be in charge of when people are sleeping, but you get to take advantage of that. That's so cool.
He's like,
Zeus does lightning, and that's only cool sometimes.
That sounds kind of messed up. I think we could be friends.
Okay.
Have you seen how much these humans sleep? They do it every day.
It's true.
And he's just nodding,
all the time.
Agreement.
These
Especially,
thunderstorms only happen like once every couple days or something.
especially in the winter, like they almost hibernate, you know?
True. So he says, since we're friends, will you sign this?
But what is it though?
This is just saying we're gonna work together. We're gonna be pals.
Sign my book first.
Oh, but I don't know what all these words are. There's a lot of words in yours. There's no words on mine.
There's so many pictures. Look.
I don't really like pictures. They're kind of like dreams, but on paper.
I'm gonna draw a picture in the end of the book that's like me and Morpheus next to each other giving thumbs up.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll be like, sign this page.
I'd say maybe another guile.
Okay. Different die. 11.
Aries, what are you doing while this is going on? Because, I mean, he has asked you to sign pretty consistently as well.
I don't think Aries is the type to sign anything.
It's a treaty. You don't
yeah.
do treaties.
No, treaty is the end of war.
He does say, you quit signing it in blood. That's fine. Boogers, blood, whatever you want to say.
Just
Cat poop,
just sign it so we can get out of here. God.
So,
I'll roll for it.
Okay. So, Nemosny, to resolve
I got
your...
11.
Yep.
That's what I got.
So, he says, I don't know.
Come on, it's like a contract that we're friends, and we have to be friends.
It's just, what happens if I sign your book?
I don't know what happens when I sign yours.
You and I work together.
So, like, how much? Because I still have stuff that I have to do.
Like, all the time. But, like, give you vacation and stuff. Sick days.
I don't want you to
ROI
be my
doesn't match
boss.
up.
I'm my own boss. I have 9 children I have to take care of.
I mean, the muses, they pretty well manage on their own.
Well, if they're anything like my mom, just saying she's a little obsessed with me.
A little bit.
Rick,
So-
can you look at your message real quick?
Where?
On Discord.
Oh, okay. 1 second.
Ooh.
You think it's hard with your mom? All my friends want to bang my mom. God.
Aries just high fives himself.
Ah!
I don't know.
No wonder I'm the god of dread. I gotta put up with you.
Isn't Nemosthenes' parents like the original gods or something?
Yeah, I mean, Nyx
It's like
is...
Cronus' sister or something.
Yeah. Yeah, Nyx, the like, titan of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So he says,
interesting.
if you sign mine, I'll sign yours.
Fine. I'll sign it.
Okay. And then he just, like, immediately is like, Aries, are you gonna sign these?
Sign her book.
Yeah, you
Sign
said
paper.
you'd sign my book.
What do you say? Hunter.
He just pulls the cat turd that's smeared in the inside of his helmet, just pulls that out and just sort of drops it onto the page.
He says that counts. And then he just poofs.
Okay.
And he's gone.
He didn't sign your book.
Did he sign my book?
He didn't. He poofed away without
Rude.
signing the book. But all of you with time return to your adult forms.
I'm gonna feed him to Cerberus.
I'll help.
I'm gonna let him, because he lives in Hades, I'm going to feed him some of the forgetfulness water. Someday.
Yeah.
I thought he was all right.
That's just teenage and also adult Deimos' voice.
Pretty much the same thing.
He never surpassed that.
No, he peaked at 18. Yeah.
Emo kid for life.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not a
Perfect.
phase, Mom.
God, that's who I am.
And so that's where we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
You guys
Who knows?
kind of lost. A little bit of both. Mixed bag, you know.
Well,
All right.
thank you everybody for joining us. Rick, thank you so much for a wonderful game. Jason, thank you so much for writing such a wonderful game.
Thank you.
So
for
much
playing.
fun. And thank you everybody for coming to play. I'm just going to go around the table real quick so everybody can say who the hell they are and why they're on my channel. Starting with Rick.
All right. So I am Dungeon Master Rick of Hammer of the Gods. And I'm going to keep this pretty brief and just say thank you all for playing. This went a lot longer than I would have expected. I did know what I was getting into whenever I used this kind of as like the plot device. Just didn't think it would go quite this late.
We did
So,
spend 2 hours in the nursery.
We couldn't get out of the nursery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys did it all to yourself. So yeah, that's it for me.
All right, Jason.
Yeah, I'm Jason Cassidy again. I'm creative director for Even Footing Games. We were the company that put out Babies and Broadswords. You can find our book on Amazon or Drive-Thru RPG. Just search for Babies and Broadswords. Check out our links. And also check out an actual play that I'm on called Abstract Adventures, where I play a Kenku bard with no charisma.
And your guys'
Perfect.
He's
And
a
your
cover
guys'
band. Yeah.
Don't
Hunter.
forget,
Oh.
Footing Games presents the podcast.
Yes.
And Even Footing Games presents, if you want to hear a much longer game of Babies and Broadswords, our first season, I was the sitter for that. So, yeah.
Hunter, who are you?
I am Hunter. I'm with Warlocks and Waffles. We do a morning show on Thursdays and Mondays, and then the actual play on Monday nights. We've also got some new content coming up. We're also doing a 24-hour stream on the 21st of this month, where I will slowly be going insane.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
So, yeah.
Then you have to put up with me and Effie the next day.
People, yes. No, I realized that the other day. I was like, well, at least I don't have like Warlocks the next day, and I was like, oh no, I do, and I have a guest. Cool, that's great. I thought this through. Yeah, no, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. But yeah, we're gonna be doing that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna be partnering with Game to Grow and doing a charity stream for it. So, looking forward to it. Warlocks and Waffles, come find us.
And Hunter, I have to say, like an extra thank you. I know you have the con crowd. You do not feel so great tonight. So thank you for hanging out, even though this went a little bit.
Absolutely, had a ton of fun.
It was very fun.
I've just been slowly fading in the last
Could see
hour.
it.
So.
Could see it.
Yeah.
Emily, who are you?
I'm Emily. I'm Corvée something or other on all the social media stuff. I write adventures and paint miniatures, and I'm on this channel on Friday nights, usually in a different game. And this was very fun. Thank you.
Artemis.
Yeah, I'm Artemis. I'm the content coordinator and social media manager for Vactir, and sometimes Afi's assistant. And yeah, I'm basically always here. And I run our game on Friday nights and play in Afi's game on Mondays, and 8 million other things during the week. So yeah.
And you did all of our beautiful little art. Look at the little Persephone down here in the corner. She's so cute. I could smush her.
They are adorable.
And I'm Afi. This is my channel.
What
You can
up?
find me on social media as Afi_the_DM on pretty much everything. Or you can hit me up at the Vactir on social media or Vactir TTV. Artemis and I both have access, so you might get Artemis, you might get me. It's fine. I DM on
I'll
Mondays.
just shuffle you over that way.
Yeah. I DM on Mondays for a horror-themed game from Van Richten's Guide. And it's mostly homebrew with some inspiration pulled from the book. But that's with Artemis in that game, and a bunch of other people like Cedar the Barefoot, which fucking blew my mind. Freaking awesome. And yeah, so we'll be back on Sunday over on DM Jeremy's channel. We are doing AD&D. Probably going to have some PTSD moments from the dragon attack and almost getting everybody killed, so it's going to be great. And then Monday we're back here for Mistwalkers. So thank you so much, everybody, for dropping in. Artemis for spending too much money. And we're going to raid somebody, so stick around for that. And thanks, everybody, for joining. And thank you to the lovely people around me that were just wonderful. And thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Bye.